Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WYK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Markey to Saxton, cutting through the lane, hits the layup, beautifully run play.
High school basketball plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports, bringing you the best of the York Adams League all season.
Shiflett a deep three, it is good! Trey Shiflett with the tray at the buzzer.
Now, let's head out to the action with a call of tonight's game. Here's Ron Ruben.
Good evening and welcome back to the Grumbacher Center at York College. With a packed house, we are ready for the boys' 2016 York Adams League Basketball Championship, featuring the Panthers of Central York and the Rockets of Spring Grove. This is Ron Ruben, joined tonight by my friend, York High boys basketball coach Troy Sowers. Troy, glad to have you alongside tonight.
Yes, I'm very excited to be here. Typically I'm down on the bench and coaching it up a little bit, but tonight I just get to enjoy a great high school basketball game and talk basketball with you.
Absolutely, and Troy has been here, what, the last 7 years you've been in this game?
The last
That's
7.
Amazing. That is an amazing run, folks. And as we look over, York High was the defending champion, won it also 3 years ago. Central won it 2 years ago for the first time in 40 years. And Troy had to go back to 1971 to find the last time the Spring Grove boys have won this league tournament. So, for the school and for the program, this is huge.
Yeah, it's funny. The last time Spring Grove was in a county championship game was my senior year at York High. They beat us 3 times that year, and now they're back at it again.
Yeah. Now, you played both of these teams, obviously, throughout the season, 2 outstanding teams. What do you expect to see tonight from them?
Well, both games have been so close. It's very hard to beat a good team like Spring Grove 3 times. So I think Central's coach is telling their kids, this is a brand new 32 minutes. Those other games don't matter. And I think Coach Brooks is trying to convince his kids that there's not a team that's going to beat us 3 times. I think some keys to the game, Central plays switching man-to-man defense, and they have to really communicate defensively because Spring Grove's half-court motion offense is one of the best in the leagues. If you fall asleep in an instant, Eli Brooks makes you pay. So they have to be aware of where he is at all times. And I think, thirdly, if Central reverses the ball offensively, because Spring Grove plays such a good help defense in a half-court set, if they reverse the ball, there'll be some driving lanes. Jared Wagner is who you want to attack the basket, and then you got Nate Markey and the three-point shooters lining up outside. So that's what Central wants to do tonight.
All right. We're going to... This is the, what are we tonight? Penn State York pregame show here on the high school basketball game presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. We're going to get Troy's thoughts on his keys to the game a little bit later. Right now, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk with the head coaches. You're listening to the York Adams League Boys Basketball Championship on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK and GameTimePA.com.
Penn State York. Great fans, small classes, personal attention. Even if you're not sure what you want to do, Penn State York can help you choose the class, the course, the program, the certificate, seminar, or degree you want. Penn State York offers 9 4-year bachelor degrees you can complete without leaving the area. There are also 7 associate degrees. You can also begin the first 2 years of more than 160 Penn State majors right here in York. No matter what class you take, the national reputation of Penn State will follow you throughout your career. Call Penn State York for a brochure, 771-4040. That's 771-4040.
Be sure to eat your vegetables.
Grandmothers are always full of advice, aren't they? Some of it you expect.
Be sure to eat a good breakfast.
Some of it you don't.
Be sure to call a cab if you've had too much of Grandpa's Happy Juice.
Mostly Grandma offers wisdom you can count on.
Be sure at Bayshore and Kohler Ford.
Bayshore and Kohler Ford in Manchester, where you can
be sure you're getting one heck of a good deal, like the one the fellas gave me on my new Ford F-150 pickup.
Want to be sure you're Getting a great deal on a new Ford? Be sure at Bayshore and Kohler Ford. Stop by right now and check them out. Ford Fusion, Escape, Taurus, Flex, and more, including America's #1 selling truck, the Ford F-150. More savings, more selection, and more generous trade-in values, all topped off with award-winning service.
Be sure at Bayshore and Kohler Ford.
Just about 3.5 miles from those other guys and 15 minutes from Edwards, but a long way from all that hassle.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. Tonight we're at the Grumbacher Center at York College for the boys 2016 York Adams League Championship, Central and Spring Grove. And Panthers head coach Kevin Sheeler is with me. And Kevin, been a great season. This is a team you've played twice this year, beat them by the same score each time, 3 points each time. But, it's got to be a great feeling for you to have gotten the kids here this year.
It's excellent to be playing here in the league championship game again. It speaks to the hard work these boys put in. They have exceeded so many expectations. They play such great basketball together. They're just a great group. I mean, we've been together since about 3:30 this afternoon, shooting around, ate a meal together, and they're just fun to hang out with.
Well, we know Jared Wagner obviously is a great guy that can score. He can take it to the bucket. He can score outside. He's got perhaps the best anticipation for making steals of anybody I've ever seen and turning that to offense. Nathan Markey, an excellent three-point shooter. Talk first about those guys and the importance of getting them going, but then also the other fellas. Like I think in one of the games at York High this year, we thought Evan Zulata coming off the bench had a great game, maybe turned that one around. So talk about your two big guys and then how the other fellas fit in.
Well, we hope that Nathan and Jared let the game come to them. They know, other teams know, we know that those are probably our best two players, but they have to let the game come to them, and using our role players allows that to happen. Getting other guys involved early like we did against Eastern the other night, that's going to be key for us. We're not pushing things on the offensive end. We're letting things come to us because Spring Grove is a very good defensive team, and we want to make sure we're being efficient on the offensive end.
Well, picking on that for a minute, we're talking with Kevin Sheeler, head coach of the Central York Panthers, playing Spring Grove tonight for the boys York Adams League Championship. Spring Grove does have an excellent half-court offense. When you guys are in that half-court set, what do you need to do there?
We got to make them work hard. I mean, like you said, they have an excellent half-court offense. They move the ball very well. They also have two big scoring studs, but their role players are excellent basketball players. Grant Wireman has hurt us in games past. Liam Flaherty in years past. Sager, the other Gordon brother. They're a good basketball team. So we're going to just try and make them work as hard as possible. Our goal is to make them take as many contested jumpers as possible. We don't want to give them up easy buckets around the rim. We keep them off the boards and hopefully keep them away from the foul line.
And, of course, Eli Brooks, you have to pay a little special attention to him. I think you covered the second part of that question. What about the other guys? But so what about him, and what do you try and do to at least contain him a bit?
As many contested jumpers as possible. I said to Coach McCullough this morning, I said to the papers on Thursday night, you can't slow him down, you can't stop him. He's too talented of a young man. He does so many things well for them. He sees the floor well, gives the ball up, rebounds extremely well, excellent defender. So like I said, make him work hard for all shots and as many contested jumpers as we can make him settle for.
All right, Kevin, thanks so much and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Back with more of our pregame show after these messages on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK and GameTimePA.com.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
With 2016 now here, York Mitsubishi has a question for you. What comes standard with 7-passenger seating, 4-wheel drive, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty? The answer is the 2016 Outlander for just $22,995. We also have over 35 Outlander Sports available starting at just $16,495. Or get 0% financing for 72 months. So stop by York Mitsubishi and see what we can do for you. York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue, York.
It's a family tradition. Their family name, Romberger's Appliance in South York, is York's hometown appliance store for more than 50 years. You get it all with top brand names like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, plus huge selections, great values, and unmatchable service after the sale. That's why Romberger's was voted the #1 family-owned appliance store by the people of York County. Associated with the largest buying group nationwide gives them the purchasing power to pass the savings on to you. Their professional sales staff will only sell you what you need, and at the best prices too. With the best service and delivery, low prices, and a huge selection, it's a family tradition. Remember, if Romberger sells it, Romberger services it. Always above the rest in customer service. 190 Reynolds Mill Road, Leader Heights area of York. So before you buy anywhere else, shop Romberger's Appliances first. Your one-stop, low-overhead store where big savings are to be had every time. Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for the way it's made.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. Tonight we're at the Grumbacher Center at York College for the boys 2016 York Adams League Championship game, Spring Grove and Central, and Rockets head coach James Brooks is here. Coach, first, congrats on a great season. It's got to be exciting for you to be here tonight with this team.
Yeah, we're excited. We're just taking it all in, trying to keep the guys into the same routine and just go out and play a game.
You played Central twice this year, 2 excellent games. They came out on top, both of them, by 3 points, but you know each other well. But offensively, obviously, Eli's a great scorer, so I'm sure you want to get him going, and Darren Gordon is that as well. So talk to me first about what you need to do with those 2 guys to get them into the rhythm of the game.
Well, we really need to just do it as a whole team, and that we need to start off better. Both games we had a bad beginning and a first quarter that wasn't very pleasing to see or to go through. But we're just trying to take care of the ball, capitalize on their mistakes, and then get off to a good start.
In addition to Darren and Eli, you got guys like Grant Wireman, who made the big basket for you in the other game, which is one of the, I think, the 10 best I've done in 17 years against Northeastern. And also guys like John Sager, who I thought had a really important 3-point play for you the other night. You know, got that offensive rebound, stick back, and a foul shot, I think, when you guys needed it. How do you see the support players figuring in tonight's contest?
I think they're going to be big. I think controlling the boards, both offensively and defensively, is going to be important, and that we share the ball like we always do, and then just capitalize on people's mistakes.
Talking to James Brooks, head coach of Spring Grove, playing Central tonight for the Boys League Championship. Look at Central. Obviously, you got Jared Wagner and Nathan Markey, who will drain those threes. What's your strategy to deal with those 2 guys? And then also, they're complementary players, so I think much like you have, yet there's some guys there that on a given night can hurt you.
Yeah, they play a lot like us.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what people are really seeing, is that we both play pretty tough defense. We both have some exceptional players, but our role players have really been the change of what has made this season for both of our groups. And whoever's role players do the best is probably the one that's going to come out on top.
All right, Coach, thanks so much, and good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Back with more of our pregame show after these messages on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Which is better? Getting the perfect set, the perfect approach, and powering through the ball with the perfect hit, or reading the hitter, moving to the ball, and making the perfect dig? Flying Feet knows the answer. It all depends on which side of the net you're on. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes is Central PA's home court for volleyball, featuring the names that know the game, including Asics and Mizuno. Flying Feet offers volleyball spandex and shorts and the best selection of knee pads around. Flying Feet is also your active ankle connection, the same active ankle braces chosen by coaches and players at the college level. And because volleyball isn't just for the gym, Flying Feet carries a great selection of indoor and outdoor balls for working it out on the beach or in the backyard. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, the sportswear specialty store without specialty store prices. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4-SHIPLEY. Don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
Here's something everyone needs to think about.
Who helps prepare your taxes? Is it the same person who gives you investment advice? It probably should be. It should be someone who knows how to get the best return on both. Someone like Jeff Zunick with Zunick Advisory Services.
Hi, I'm Jeff Zunick, a longtime York County resident with over 25 years in the financial services field. A lot of folks come to me for the first time simply because their taxes get a little too complicated. They've often been doing it themselves or turning to one of those brand name services. I start by helping with their taxes, of course, but then as we look at their savings, I'm able to help even more. After all, how you invest your savings directly impacts the amount of taxes you pay. And who doesn't want to save more while paying less? Maybe I can help you. Call me, Jeff Zunick, right here in York at 764-8992.
Zunick Advisory Services, because your tax advisor should also be your investment advisor. Call Jeff at 764-8992.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Welcome back to the Grumbacher Center at York College. Ron Ruman and Troy Sowers with you here tonight. Central and Spring Grove getting ready for the boys' 2016 League Championship. Our pregame show from Penn State York. Stony Brook Family Restaurant brought you our coaches' interviews tonight. And Kochman Kunkel usually brings our look around the league. So we're going to take a brief look ahead to the district playoffs that start on Tuesday. And we'll have, by the way, Tuesday at 6:30, we'll be in West York as the Bulldogs host the Saints of Berks Catholic. So please join us for that, an opening round AAA game. Troy, you guys will be playing Carlisle on Wednesday, and Central and Spring Grove and Northeastern are the Central's 1, Spring Grove 4, Northeastern 3, and Quad A, you guys are 10. So Quad A is going to be well represented with York Adams League teams.
Yeah, we have 4 very solid teams. Redline, unfortunately, took a loss in the prelims last night, which gave us 5 Quad A teams, but it feels very good to have such a good representation from York County. We take pride in our basketball here in York County. We like to show it to District 3 when that time comes around. We have a tough game on Wednesday. Carlisle has 2 very, very athletic quick guards. Both score a lot of points, and they have a 6'6" big man. So, we're the 10 seed. They're the 7. We're a little bit of an underdog. We're going to have to play good basketball to advance. And the first round of districts is always a difficult one for coaches and players because it's one and done. You win, you move on. We'll have 4 more games, and if you lose, you turn in your equipment.
Yeah, it's tough. So we'll hope for the best and hope to perhaps see you in the Giant Center next Saturday. So that's our Kochman Kunkel quick look around the league. Take a break, and as we get ready for Central and Spring Grove for the boys' championship tonight, we are going to come back with the starting lineups brought to you by Broadway Transmission. You are listening to Championship Basketball on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
When it comes to better vision, one name comes to mind. Weaver Eye Associates.
Here's what patients are saying about Weaver Eye Associates.
They're modern, updated. They have something for everybody. Very impressive. Very impressive. The technology is amazing.
I have the vision I have today, thanks to Dr. Weaver. They made my first time wearing glasses a very comfortable experience.
Great selection. They treat you really well.
I like that they're very nice.
My family doctor retired, and I was looking for a family atmosphere. And when I came to Weaver, that's what I found. Weaver Eye Associates. Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates in East York, West York, and Dallastown.
Our focus is on you. Weaver Eye Associates.
Visit us on the web at weavereye.com.
Kochman & Kunkel Insurance Group, part Keystone Insurance Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies. Plus health, life, and all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at KIGYork.com. Kochman & Kunkel Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they helped me with financing. Still deal with my bad credit. I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And welcome back to the Grumbacher Center at York College. Ron Ruman alongside York High boys coach Troy Sowers tonight for the championship of the 2016 York Adams League boys side. Again, congrats to the Red Lion girls, a 1-point win over Central last night. Congrats to both teams. They've had great years and will continue in their district playoffs as well. And Don Dimoff in the house here tonight to watch the guys in action. Time now for our starting lineups, courtesy of Broadway Transmission. Let's look at the Spring Grove Rockets first for Coach James Brooks. They're 21-2 overall, and they'll send out 6'1" sophomore Eli Brooks, 25.3 points per game and 66 three-pointers this year and 88% at the free throw line. And as Troy pointed out, he's an excellent defender as well. 6'3" senior forward Darren Gordon. He'll be playing on this floor again next year. He'll be a member of the York College Spartans basketball team. He is averaging 14.9 points a game, can step out and hit the three as well, has 18 of them on the season. 6'4" senior forward Grant Wireman, a guy who hit the winning bucket against Northeastern the other night, averages a little over 8 a game. He also has 23 three-pointers, so the big guy can step out and shoot it. 6' senior guard Liam Flaherty, and Troy, you mentioned he's heard you guys on occasion in the game we did last season. He had 6 three-pointers against Dallastown, so you got to watch him. And 6' junior guard John Sager averages 3 points a game. He only scored 3 points the other night against Northeastern, but I thought it was a big three. He got an offensive rebound to stick back and was fouled and completed the three-point play at a time late in the game when his team, I think, needed some help, and he stepped up and gave it to him. The Rockets averaged 62.4 a game, give up 48.8. Central York Panthers coach Kevin Sheeler, they are 20-2. And they will send out 6'4" senior guard Jared Wagner, another guy who will be playing here at the Grumbacher Center next year as a member of the York College Spartans. He averages 18.7 a game. He's got 24 threes. 6'2" senior guard Nathan Markey, 11.4 a game, 36 from behind the arc. 6'2" senior forward Ontario Edmonds averages just about 9 a game, can also hit the three, has 12, and he's a guy that'll battle you on the boards. 6'2" junior forward Nico Sobostanovich does a little bit of everything, about 4.5 a game, and 6'3" junior forward Tommy O'Neill averages just under 3 a game, but he's had some big games this year as well, and they will go probably 9 deep at least. And go probably 6 and 7 guys then you see in significant playing time. Central averages 61-1 a game. They give up 51-1. Those are the starting lineups brought to you by Broadway Transmission. Take a break. We'll come back. We'll have the WellSpan opening tip, and we'll have Troy's keys to the game. That's next. You're listening to Championship Basketball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK and GameTimePA.com.
Pain doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
If you've ever been charged with a crime, you know it can be a frightening and stressful time. You have a right to legal representation, which is crucial to assisting you through this difficult time. Criminal charges often carry consequences beyond fines, and often charges such as a DUI can have an impact on your driver's license, employment, and automobile insurance. The law offices of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Solomon, and Calkins can help you in these matters. We have experienced attorneys who primarily focus on these areas and are prepared to represent your interests in a diligent and vigorous manner to achieve the best possible result for you and protect your rights under the U.S. Constitution. Our experience, skills, and candid advice will guide you through this process and help you obtain the best result under the particular circumstances of a case. Call us today at 757-7602 for a free consultation, or visit us at our website at gslsc.com. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Solomon, and Calkins, 110 South Northern Way, York, Pennsylvania. Attorneys licensed in Pennsylvania and Maryland.
True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and Loganville knows the value of setting the mood. Of course, we're talking about paint color. Feeling distinguished? Tans, blush, and earth tones make the mood. Or dramatic? Plums and indigos are your colors to look for. Hey, energetic? Try some oranges, yellows, and reds. No matter what mood you're trying to create, our paint professionals can help you find just the right combinations and types of paint to use. Behind every project is a True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and Loganville.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Back at the Grumbacher Center at York College, Ron Ruman, York High boys coach Troy Sowers here tonight. Just about a few minutes away from our WellSpan opening tip in the first half, brought to you by Maple Donuts, the Boys League Championship, Spring Grove and Central. We've heard from Kevin Shearley. We've heard from James Brooks. Let's get the keys to this game from our coach, Troy Sowers. Let's talk about Central first, Troy.
Well, as I said, Central runs a switching half-court man defense, so they really have to communicate defensively. When you play that style of defense, if you're not talking, you're going to break down. And Eli Brooks and Liam Flaherty and Darren Gordon, they make you pay when your defense breaks down. So Central has to communicate effectively. Also, Central has to be aware of Eli Brooks. You can't fall asleep on him. He makes you pay when he has the ball in his hands. So I think they're going to have to do whatever they can to make sure they know where he is and try to limit his touches as hard as that may sound. Thirdly, I think Central has to really reverse the ball offensively. Spring Grove, I think, has one of the better half-court defensive teams as well. They're just really solid in the half-court set. If they reverse the ball, I think they're going to open some driving lanes, and Nate Markey likes to stand out behind a three-point line and knock down threes, and he has unlimited range. So I think they want to get some dribble drive and kick out to Nate Markey for threes.
All right, those are the keys for Central. What do you see as the keys for the Spring Grove Rockets?
Well, I think Spring Grove, this is their first time in a long time being here. Coach Brooks talked about they have to get off to a quick start. I think that was my first key. Central's been here for 2 years. They know the feeling, they know the atmosphere, and I think Coach Brooks wants them to get off to a good start. Secondly, Spring Grove, I think, wants to rebound and get out a little bit more in transition than they did the first 2 times they played. They averaged 63 a game, yet they only scored 50 the last 2 times they played Central. So they have a very athletic team that really hits the glass hard, and Eli can get down the floor. So I think they're going to want to get rebounds and some transition offense. And then finally, it's obvious you want to get Eli Brooks touches. When the ball's in his hands, he makes you pay in many ways. He can score. If you put too much of a defensive effort on him, he'll make you pay with his other guys. So Coach Brooks wants his son to have the ball as much as possible tonight.
Okay, those are the keys from our coach, Troy Sowers. Troy, one other thing is you alluded to that Central will go 9 guys pretty deep. Spring Grove, honestly, they really have 6 guys in the rotation. They'll bring 7 and 8 off the bench for a few minutes here and there. But would that be a factor that Spring Grove maybe want to pace this a little bit, because when they get to the fourth quarter, because Central is a deeper team?
I don't know. I think Coach Brooks is going to want to get out and go. They're probably both well conditioned. It's a 32-minute game. This is for all the marbles. I think adrenaline is going to be high all game. So I don't know if Central being a little deeper is going to come into play at the end. It may, but I think Coach Brooks is going to want some easy transition points because of the great defense Central plays in a half-court set.
You've been in this game prior to this year 7 years in a row. What do you tell your guys before the game? How do you make it seem as much like another game as you can?
Well, at this point in the year, if you're in the championship game, you're playing good basketball. So we talked about, just being fundamental, making sure that we pay attention to detail. We want to do all the little things in a championship game. The X's and O's will come, but heart, effort, determination, diving for a loose ball, and just paying attention to what the coach says. These are 2 very good coaches. Obviously, they both have 20-win seasons already, so we always tell our players to believe in our system, listen to coaches, and just leave it all on the floor, because in a game like this, the winner has pure joy, and the loser has pure agony.
Yeah, but they got to get ready because they're both playing next Wednesday, so they can't dwell on it. Whoever loses this game can't dwell on it for very long.
You can't, but it definitely makes the weekend a little better if you come out with the gold medal.
How much difference is it playing in this building? This is, most high school gyms, you've got the wall pretty much behind the backboard. Here you've got it in space, so you're shooting in a different place. It's a different atmosphere. How much does that affect you when you're actually on the floor?
It is a little different. There's enough room to have both student sections here, so they make a lot of noise. We always like playing on a big court like this. We felt like we had more room to get out and transition. So I think, luckily, they had about a good half an hour to warm up here. And Central, I believe, did play on this floor already. They played Northeastern, I think, in the...
one of those classics they have throughout the year. Right, that's true.
So they have some experience playing on here. But, when the national anthem is over and they throw the tip ball up, it's just basketball as usual for these guys.
Right. Ron Ruman along with York High boys coach Troy Sowers here tonight. Andy Bria has the evening off, and I want to remind you again, as soon as we're done, there will be Hershey Bears hockey, so stick around for that. And then when the Bears are done, the Washington Capitals will be on, I think, from the West Coast. And Tuesday night, we'll have District 3 playoff action, West York and Berks Catholic at 6:30. So make sure you tune in for all of that action as well. One other thing for you, Troy, before we get the anthem here, the officials tonight, Lee Furman, Gordy Kaufman, Dave Cancino, what do you think about those guys?
I'd be very happy if I was a coach right now down about ready to play a championship game with these guys as the referees. They all have experience. I think they've all reffed in championship games, and these guys will call the obvious fouls, and I think they'll let the kids determine the game, which is what both coaches and fans and players want. We want the players to determine who wins the game.
Yeah, well, and I couldn't agree more. So that's good to know, and I would have to agree. I haven't seen these guys, but you have a better perspective, obviously, as a coach. But so they're going to call the fouls that need to be called, but other than that, they'll let the guys play the game, and that'll be that.
I think that's the best recipe for an exciting championship game. The fans want to see some rhythm. The coaches want their teams to get into a rhythm. No one wants to see the whistle blowing every 15 seconds.
All right, that's the keys from our coach, Troy Sowers, as we're ready for the WellSpan opening tip-off for Maple Donuts first half in the 2016 York Adams League Boys Basketball Championship from a standing room only, capacity plus, Grumbacher Center at York College. And it is nice to see. There's going to be about 2,000 folks in here, Troy, and it's got to feel good for the support for these schools and for York County basketball.
Yeah, this is a special time of year. Both student sections, both fan sections, they've worked hard, and now they reap the benefit to watch their teams play.
All right. Now we're going to have our national anthem. Brenna Richard, a middle school student at Central York, will do the honors, and we'll be ready for the WellSpan opening tip.
Brenna Richard, a 12-year-old 7th grader from Central York Middle School, leads us in singing our national anthem.
And Brenna Richard with our national anthem, and a great job that she did tonight, and we are ready to roll. Central has the home uniforms, the white with the black numbers and orange trim, and Spring Grove, the traveling unis, blue with the red and white trim and the white numbers. So all the talk is done. It's now time for the players to do the talking, Troy.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the electricity in this gym. I think both fan bases are really excited. Looks like the players are really into it. I know the coaches are ready to go, so let's get it going.
Absolutely. The Grumbacher Center at York College, where the York College men and women played today. Unfortunately, I think they both did not win, but the women are having a great season. The men are very young, and they're going to be adding Jared Wagner and Darren Gordon next year, so that'll help.
Yeah, I know Matt Hunt is smiling ear to ear. He doesn't care who wins or loses this game. He's getting Darren Gordon and Jared Wagner. That's greatly improved their roster.
Central will go left to right here in the first half. Tommy O'Neill will jump it against Grant Wireman. Dave Cancino will throw it up. And the Wellspan opening tip for the boys championship is here. Toss is up, and Wireman tips it back to Sager, and they get it to Eli Brooks. And O'Neill will pick him up. A man-to-man defense now, so they've got Jared Wagner out there on Wireman. Wireman dribbles to the right elbow extended, and out top there's a three by Brooks, and it rolls off, and Wagner has the rebound. Jared pushes it left side Markey. The free throw line extended back out to Wagner. Now Sobostanovic in the corner. O'Neill, he can hit the three. Sager out on him. Now top of the key to Markey. Man-to-man defense by Spring Grove in the corner. Wagner with Brooks on him. And he skipped it all the way across. I think that was to Markey, but it got to Edmonds. And in the far corner now, O'Neill. Needs some help, goes to Edmonds out near the Spartan logo at center court. Left side now to Wagner for three, off the rim, no, and a rebound to Liam Flaherty. And Wireman will bring it up for Spring Grove into the front court. Dribbling between the circles, right side of Brooks. Brooks with Markey on him. In the corner there is Flaherty. Dribbles out to the free throw line extended and skips it over to Darren Gordon in the corner to Brooks now. On top of the key, Sager. Right side, there's an open three for Grant Wireman, and that one is off too. Had a good look, wouldn't go. Rebound by Wagner. And Jared will push it now. 3-on-3 in the corner to Markey. He'll loft a three, and that one's an air ball. And Brooks with the rebound. He's able to save it inbounds, and the Rockets will bring it up.
I think both defenses will be happy if the opposing team is going to stand out and shoot three-pointers.
Yeah. And so far, that's pretty much what we have seen. Brooks now working on Markey behind the back of the free throw line, gives it up to Wireman. He drives into the paint. Little runner from 6 feet. That is short as well. Offensive rebound by Sager. He traveled as he tried to make a move in the paint there. So that will turn it over to the Central York Panthers.
I think it's going to be important to make that first bucket. I think the defenses on both teams are wearing down the offense a little bit. The offense is going to want to get a bucket here.
Jared Wagner walks it across the timeline, met by Eli Brooks. Dribbles to the left side, and then Edmonds at the three-point line over there to Sobostanovic. Now back to O'Neill. O'Neill drives into the paint, feeds it, tried to feed it to Edmonds on the baseline, knocked away and out of bounds by Flaherty. So we're seeing some of that good half-court defense too right now. It's tough to penetrate. Wagner inbounded under the Central basket. No score, 2:05 in. Edmonds with it at the top of the key. Goes to Wagner. He has a lane down the middle of the lane and hits the little runner, Jared Wagner, from 6 feet. Central's up 2-zip. And Eli Brooks back now quickly. And he'll give it up to Flaherty. Liam dribbles to the top of the key, gives it to Wireman, fakes the three behind the back, and pops it from about 12 feet on the baseline. Didn't get the roll, hit the rim 3 times. People are diving for that loose ball, and out of there with it comes Ontario Edmonds. He gets it in the front court now. Markey on the right side in the corner to Sobostanovic. He has a lane to the hoop, takes it, left-handed scoop shot, rolled all the way out. Boy, that was halfway down, and Brooks with the rebound.
Last 2 times down, Central got what they wanted. They got good dribble drives to the basket. I think Spring Grove's going to want to get something to the basket right here.
Brooks seeing if he can do it, and he can't. Edmonds forces him out, gives it up to Wireman. Wireman to Flaherty, and Brooks on the far side. Darren Gordon has not touched the ball offensively yet. Jump shot at the free throw line by Brooks is good. I'll tell you what, the word to describe that is smooth.
Yeah, anywhere 15 and in, he can raise up over the defender. He's tough 15 and in.
2-all here, 4:45 left in the first quarter. Spring Grove and Central for the boys league championship at the Grumbacher Center at York College. Edmond in the far corner. Wagner has an open three on the left side. Step back. That's a little strong, and the rebound is pulled in by Grant Wireman. And the 6'4 senior brings it into the front court, gets it to Brooks. He pops a deep three. That's no good. Rebound was batted out and picked up there by Wireman. Gives it to Sager. Sager back out to Darren Gordon. Now Brooks in the corner, lofts another three. Not going, not falling at all. And Spring Grove's Gordon tried to save it, then Wireman did, but he was on the sideline. Still a lot of threes going up here, Troy.
Yeah, I tell you what, Spring Grove's getting a lot of second chance opportunities. They have to convert a few of these. They had 3 chances there. Central's going to have to make sure they're one and done, boxed out a little bit more effectively.
Wagner into the front court now, left-handed dribble. Brooks on him, left side. They go to O'Neill at the free throw line, extended. O'Neill top of the key to Wagner, now Sobostanovic, and they'll work it to Edmonds. Edmonds Checked by Wireman out there. Edmonds drives into the paint, spins on him, puts it up, and draws contact. They're going to call the foul on Grant Wireman. That'll be, on Darren Gordon, and that'll be his first and the team's first as well.
Yeah, Ontario has a nice solid body for a high school player. When he can get the ball down the paint like that, he's going to score or get fouled. That was a nice move by Ontario.
And he hits the free throw. He is an 89% free throw shooter, and he hits the first one, and now Sager will sit down, and Drew Gordon, the 6'1 sophomore, checks in for Spring Grove.
89% is unheard of. In a high school game, I think foul shots sometimes lacking. You can shoot 89%, that's something.
And he missed it, of course. Anytime we talk about how good they are, they'll miss.
Spoke too soon.
Yeah, Brooks tracks it down. He missed one the other night against Northeastern, too, so missed 2 in 2 games. It is 3-2, Central leading. There's a steal by Jared Wagner, probably his 6,000th steal in his career, and he goes coast to coast and lays it in. As I said, and a timeout taken by, that Spring Grove?
Spring Grove timeout.
All right, it is 5-3 Central, 3:35 left in the first quarter. You're listening to Championship Basketball on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, kind, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. We at Fink's Garage are no longer Boy Scouts, but we feel that the values of the Scout Law apply throughout life, and we'll try to carry out those ideals as we serve you to repair your car. Fink's Garage, 854-5175. That's 854-5175. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Honey, did you call Window World yet?
Nope.
Well, it's starting to snow.
It's not too late. Don't wait another day. Call Window World and have your windows installed before winter. Plus, for a limited time, when you buy 2 6000 series windows, you get one free. Window World, simply the best for less. Call today, 866-779-0041.
Or online at windowworldpa.com. PA contractor number 2358.
Simply the best for less.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Out of the timeout, 3.5 left in the first quarter. Central 5, Spring Grove 2. Grant Wireman brings it up, gives it off to Liam Flaherty. About 30 feet from the hoop, guarded by O'Neal. Dribbles it to the top of the key and gets it to Drew Gordon, who just checked in. Needs some help and goes around. Wagner pops it from 12. That won't roll. And Brooks with an offensive rebound, and Eli will try and get another chance for it, but it's stolen there. Stolen by Soba Stanovic, and the ball's on the floor at the other end, out of bounds off of Spring Grove, though. So we'll stay with the Panthers. Spring Grove, Troy still going, settling for jump shots right now.
Yeah, I think they have to try to get Darren Gordon some touches inside. He's big and strong enough. I think maybe post him up. He has an inch or two on some guys. We'll see if they go inside to Darren.
Markey skip pass all the way over to Edmonds. Edmonds drives his cutoff. He's swinging around the perimeter now. And Soba Stanovic on the right side at the three-point line. Markey thought about a three, but the defense was there from Darren Gordon. And Edmonds holds it out front now with Wireman on him. We have 2:40 left in the first quarter. 5-2 Central, low-scoring affair to this point.
The Central's always been a really disciplined half-court team. They're not going to shoot bad shots. They'll just wait and try to make Spring Grove break down defensively and see what they can get.
Wagner thought about a three, passed on and gives it to Edmonds. He drives in the paint, takes it right at Brooks. The shot was blocked, but Edmonds hung with it and got it put back up and in. So Edmonds hangs with it and hits the bucket, and it is 7-2. At the other end, Drew Gordon crashes into Wagner. No call there, and gets it off to Brooks. Brooks between the legs now gives it back to Flaherty. Flaherty in the paint, pulls up. That shot was blocked by O'Neal. Here come the Panthers. Markey is running out. Got the feed from Wagner. Blocked at the other end by Darren Gordon. And here comes Spring Grove. See if they can capitalize now. Brooks almost lost it and needs some help. Gets it over to Flaherty. Off to Drew Gordon, left side now. Here is Wireman, and his three is good. Grant Wireman with the tray, and that maybe gets him off the schneid here a bit. 7-5, Central's lead now over Spring Grove. Wagner back for Central. Top of the key, left side now, and goes in the corner to Markey. Has an open three. That is usually money in the bank, and it was there. Nathan Markey's 37th of the season, 10-5 Central.
Yeah, that's like a layup for Nate. You have to get out and cover him. Unfortunately, you can't help when someone drives from his side of the court, and he made Spring Grove pay for the help.
Brooks with it on the right side. He gives it up in the corner to Flaherty. Flaherty drives the free throw line, fires it over to Wireman. Now to Darren Gordon. Back to Flaherty. Left side Brooks. Checked by Wagner now, and we'll swing it to the other side. Darren Gordon with it. Drives around Edmonds. Pulls up from just outside the free throw line. That is short. And the rebound by O'Neal. Rockets struggling with their jump shots tonight.
Yeah, Central's continued to do a nice job of clogging up the paint, forcing Spring Grove to shoot jumpers.
Markey on the near side. He goes over to Sobostanovic. Landon Ray going to check in for Central at the next dead ball. And in the corner, Edmonds, high post to Sobostanovic. Back to Markey. Steps back, puts up another three. Air ball on that one. And it's grabbed by Darren Gordon. And the 6'3 senior will bring it into the front court.
Let's see if they can get Darren Gordon some touches in around the low block. I think he's really effective and strong down there, but you got Jared Wagner covering him.
He's behind the back and kicks it out to Wireman in the corner for three. No, had a good look, but it wouldn't go. And Wagner with the rebound and pushes it. And there's a foul on Eli Brooks reaching in to try and get the steal. His first, the team's second. In fact, it's the second foul called here in the first quarter, which is down to 9.6 seconds. Austin Panter checks in for Spring Grove for Darren Gordon. And Courtney Batts is in for Central along with Landon Ray. Jared Wagner has it. Get the last shot here for Central. Wagner gets a screen from Zulata, who's checked in. Deep three by Wagner. It is good. At the buzzer, Jared Wagner with the tray. We have played one. Central 13, Spring Grove 5. Second quarter comes your way next. You're listening to Championship Basketball on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Need an assist? Get great savings and great weekly specials at your favorite neighborhood stores. Use your gold card and stop in now at Nell's Fresh Food Markets in Spry, East Berlin, and Carlisle. Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, and Whiteford. And Wetzel's Market in Glen Rock. Your full court headquarters and always the freshest meats and produce. If you're looking for a feast, the Great American Saloon in Red Lion is a feast for both the palate and the eyes. You walk through the entrance into authentic Western decor, including a real late 1800s back bar and an ambiance that puts you smack dab in the Old West at the height of the frontiersman era. Their creative menu features fresh seafood, steaks, ribs, pasta dishes, and much more. Book your next reservation at the Great American Saloon for parties and those special celebrations. Open Monday through Friday, 4 to 11, and weekends for lunch starting at 11. The Great American Saloon on Dairyland Square in Red Lion, 246-9548. Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
After one, Central 13, Spring Grove 5, Boys League Championship. Ron Room and Troy Sowers here. Troy, Spring Grove struggling to score. What do they need to do differently?
Well, I think they're settling for contested jump shots and three-pointers. Darren Gordon is very strong in the paint. In both the games we played him this season, he ate us up inside, and he's sort of cutting through the lane and fading out in the corner. I think he should just kind of hang around the paint and see if Eli can get some entry passes in there to him.
All right, Gordon averages 15 a game, has not scored yet tonight, has only taken, I think, a couple of shots. Central with the ball to start the second quarter. They go left to right, and Jared Wagner with a big three at the end of the quarter has it. Wagner with 7 in that first quarter for Central. And Courtney Batts has it in the near corner. Now back out to Wagner with Brooks on him. Brooks and Darren Gordon each with a foul in the first quarter, and that's it. O'Neal on the right side. Picks up the dribble, goes back out to Wagner. Wagner with Brooks slapping at the ball. At the three-point line, fires to O'Neal. Now here's Wagner cutting down the side of the lane, but Brooks stays right with him. Back out to Evan Zulata. Here's a jumper outside by Wagner. That is off, and Zulata, and they're going to travel. Yeah, Zulata hit the deck. He was battling there with Darren Gordon for that rebound, and he hit the deck, and that'll turn it to Spring Grove.
Yeah, good call by the referee there. A little bit of contact, but when you fall with the ball, it's a travel.
Grant Wireman in now for Liam Flaherty. Wireman with 3, Brooks with 2. That's all for Spring Grove so far. Wagner with 7, Markey with 3, and then Edmonds with 3 for Central. In the front court comes Darren Gordon. Goes to Wireman at the right elbow extended, and there's a foul away from the ball. Looks like it's going to be on Zulata. Having maybe grabbing on to Eli Brooks. And that is the call. Zulata, the 6'4 junior.
Yeah, like we said, the referee's going to call the obvious fouls. We have 3 total fouls, and I think that's where we're going to get the whole game.
Go deep now to Gordon to set it up on the Spartan logo. O'Neal picks him up there. Gordon dribbling top of the key, drives down the paint, kicks it to Austin Panther on the baseline. His 16-footer won't go. Ball tipped around, and Batts able to come down with it as Brooks almost got a tip in. He and Wagner both hit that. And Batts drives down the right side, takes it hard, and they're going to call the offensive foul. Dave Consino, and I think a good call there as Darren Gordon had the position, and Batts is whistled for the charge.
Yeah, Darren is a really fundamental basketball player. He'll block some shots as we saw early in the transition, but he's smart in a half-court set. He got set. It was a great call by the official.
And Jared Wagner goes to the bench. Nathan Markey will replace him, so Jared will get a short break. The Panthers up 8, 13-5, 6:50 left here in the first half. Packed house here at the Grumbacher Center, standing room only. And Brooks, the top of the key, he pulls up from there, and he can't hit it. He has struggled from the outside tonight. There's an offensive rebound. Doesn't get the roll, does Darren Gordon, but he will get 2 free throws. And Dave Consino will come over and tell us that foul is on Evan Zulata, so that is 2 quickly on him. And Gordon to the line, and Troy, is exactly what you said. He got inside, and good things happen.
Yeah, he needs to hang around the basket.
Gordon's first free throw, no good, as Spring Grove just got a lid on the basket right now. He's a 78% free throw shooter on the year. He'll get the second. And we have some subs coming in here. Liam Flaherty, John Sager for Spring Grove, and Nico Sobostanovich, Ontario Edmonds for Central.
Yeah, Spring Grove is ice cold here, but the good thing about it, it's only an 8-point game. That's 2 3-pointers by Eli Brooks, and it's a 2-point game again. So they just got to get something here from the foul line and get a good defensive stop.
Second one is good by Gordon, so he is off the schneid on scoring, and it's 13-6.
See if Spring Grove can get something going with Jared Wagner on the bench.
Batts hustles it in the front court, and Brooks gets the steal. Just took it away from him, and Eli will bring it back down. The 6'1 junior behind the back and gets it over to the top of the key to Darren Gordon. Drives down the left side of the lane, and his bank shot won't go. Boy, that was a nice drive, but couldn't finish, and that's going to be a reach-in foul, and it's on Gordon, and that's 2. Darren Gordon on the reach-in, so he's got 2, and he's going to have to be careful. Ontario Edmonds with the rebound.
And 2 guys Coach Brooks doesn't want to see with 2 fouls in the first half is Eli and Darren is exiting the game.
Yep, his younger brother Drew comes in, so Spring Grove needs to hang around now with their number 2 guy on the bench. 6:20 before halftime, and Markey will bring it up. Met by Wireman. Crosses over, top of the key, down the right side of the lane, back to Sobostanovich. Nico drives in the paint, kicks it in the corner to Edmonds. Ontario drives baseline, takes it hard. Brooks might have got a piece of that, and the ball comes down to John Sager. And Eli will bring it into the front court. He has been cold tonight, has just 1 bucket. Batts on him, and then gives it up to Drew Gordon. Gordon drives over to Flaherty, left wide open. His 3 is off the back of the rim, and Batts has the rebound, and he will push it for Central. Spring Grove is back, though, and they'll set it up. Markey out front with Drew Gordon on him. Left side to Sobostanovich. 5:30 left in the half. 13-6 Panthers. Low-scoring game.
Yeah, both teams are getting back in transition very well. Other than Jared Wagner's steal, everything's been in a half-court set.
That's 3-pointer won't go, and there's the rebound pulled in by Grant Wireman. And Wireman will bring it into the front court. Sager dribbles out front, jump stop, feeds it on the baseline to Drew Gordon, and he hits a layup. Nice pass by Sager, and they get the bucket. And then quickly in the front court, a long pass to Landon Ray. He drives, and the guys crashing into each other, and they're going to call the offensive foul as Sager stood in and took the charge. So Landon Ray picks up the foul, and that will be his first, and Wagner back in now for Landon Ray. So 13-8, Spring Grove, and they have the basketball. They're down 5.
Yeah, for all Spring Grove shooting woes, you look up and it's only a 5-point game.
4:50 left in the first half. Brooks out front with it around the Sager screen to the free throw line. Now steps back. He's got Sobostanovich on him. He'll pull up from 17 and still can't get the jump shot to go. But a rebound by Wireman, and then another steal by Jared Wagner. Gets it ahead to Markey running the floor, and he hits the layup. So Wagner with the steal and the assist. And Central goes up 15-8.
That's Jared's MO. He changes the game. Enter, make a steal, 2 points.
And we have a turnover there. He forced it. He didn't get the steal, but his hard on-ball defense against Wireman caused him to palm the ball. So that's a turnover, and now Darren Gordon checks back in now. He's got those 2 personal fouls.
Yeah, he's going to have to be really smart defensively here with 2. You definitely don't want to get him with 3 going into halftime.
Nate Markey brings it into the front court. Goes left side to Batts. Over to Sobostanovic in the near corner now, Edmonds. And he'll dribble it back out with the left hand. Checked by Flaherty. Almost lost it there, but saves it. Gives it to Nathan Markey. Markey with Wireman on him about 35 feet from the hoop. And gives it to Wagner. Near steal by Brooks. Get it back to Markey. Top of the key for 3. That's off the left side. No. Rebound to Flaherty. And Spring Grove comes down, trailing it by 7. Now nice feed inside. Brooks hits a layup. Beautiful pass that time by Darren Gordon. Bounce pass from the top of the key. Through the defense and threaded the needle. It's 15-10, so the Rockets hanging around. Wagner gets a screen, steps, he traveled. Neff took the extra step, and that'll turn it back to Spring Grove. Austin Panter in for Spring Grove, Tommy O'Neill for Central.
Yeah, there's such a thing as a Euro step, but that was a Euro step plus 1.
Yeah, right. And the Spring Grove comes back with it now. 15-10, they are down. 3:25 left in the first half. Darren Gordon to Drew Gordon, right side now to Panter. In the far corner, Darren Gordon drives on Sobostanovic, and the help came from Wagner. He powers it up among 3, doesn't get the roll inside, and the long rebound out to Nathan Markey.
Darren is being really aggressive with the basket now. He's doing the right thing. He just couldn't get the roll the last 2 times down.
Yeah, just having no luck at this end is Spring Grove. O'Neill needs some help. Finally gets it off to Markey here at the right hash mark. Gordon on him with 2 fouls. Now they skip it over to Sobostanovic on the other side. And Nico dribbles to center court, reverses himself. And now finally needs some help. And back up by Batts. Batts takes it to the hoop, blocked by Panter inside, and Brooks comes down with it. Brooks pushes it into the front court, but Central hustles back. All 5 guys got back. And here's Darren Gordon off a screen, dribbles to the free throw line, can't get it to go from the free throw line, and Wagner goes up and pulls down his 4th rebound.
It's like there's a lid on the bucket in this at this end. Not that Central's making a whole lot more on their end, but maybe we'll credit the defenses.
Well, maybe. Here's Batsu, gets a look at a 3 from the right side. That's an air ball long. That was not so much defense there. 5th rebound by Brooks. He takes it against Markey, pulls up the free throw line. That is short. Offensive rebound by Drew Gordon, then Wagner ties him up. It's going to be a held ball, and it's going to stay with Spring Grove. They just cannot get the buckets to fall. Edmonds in now, and Garrett Markey for Central, and Courtney Batts and Sobostanovic will sit down. Well, I think we are seeing some good defense, but right now the shots just will not fall.
Yeah, they're not really bad shots. You know, they're pull-up jumpers. They have some space in between the defender. They're just not falling.
Drew Gordon out front. Darren Gordon out front, gives it up to Brooks. Eli on the dribble against Edmonds. Now down the left side. Feeds it inside to Drew Gordon. Blocked out of bounds by O'Neill. Nice defensive play, but it will stay with Spring Grove.
Yeah, there's not a lot of 6'5" players on this basketball floor right now, but there's a lot of 6'3" kids with long arms, and we've seen blocks on both ends of the floor, and guys are really being smart and creating some space and getting hands on the ball.
Grant Wireman checks back in for Spring Grove, and Brooks drives down the right side of the lane, kicks it out to Flaherty. He traveled, started to move his feet before he was ready to go, and 1:43 left in the half. Central gets it back, leading by 5. Jared Wagner walks it across the timeline now. Brooks will meet him there. O'Neill on the right side. Top of the key, Markey drives down the left side, takes it to the hoop hard and hits it. Nathan Markey looked a little out of control there, but able to bank it home, and it's 17-10.
Yeah, it was a strong take. Nate normally hangs around a three-point line, so if you can get something driving to the bucket, that's just a plus. If you're Kevin Sheila.
In the far corner, Darren Gordon out to Flaherty. Liam with the left-handed dribble to the top of the key and goes back to Darren Gordon. Dribbles it, gives it to Brooks. Brooks on the baseline, turns, fires the 18-footer. That's good. Maybe that'll get him in rhythm a little bit.
Yeah, I think eventually they'll start to fall. That could be one of many as we move on in the game here.
17-12 Central, 50 seconds left in the half now. Edmonds dribbling out front, then go left side out of Garrett Markey. O'Neill, and back to Nathan. They may hold for one here, Troy.
I think they will. They're up 5. think they've expanded a lot of energy on defense. So I'm Kevin. I'm just going to work for the last shot, maybe go up 8, but at least be up 5.
You have an experienced team, which helps when you try and hold for 45 seconds or so.
Yeah, if I look on the floor, Central has 5 ball handlers on the floor. They can all penetrate, get to the basket. You're going to want the ball in Jared's hands here as we move down, and he's going to hold it now, I think, and drive and kick or drive and finish, but here we go.
He's got 10 seconds, and Wagner moving top of the key. Working on Wireman, goes up, and they call a foul on Grant Wireman there as Wagner went to take the jump shot from just inside the top of the key. So Wireman gets his first whistle, and Jared Wagner will shoot 2. He hasn't been to the line yet tonight, 68% on the year.
Yeah, Coach Sheeler has to be happy about that. You run 30 seconds off, you get a very good foul shooter on the foul line, and with a chance to go up 7 at halftime.
And Wagner missed the first. So Central just 1 of 3 at the line right now, and Spring Grove just 1 of 2, so we haven't had a lot of free throws here in the first half.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stop talking about good foul shooters.
It's the broadcaster's curse. Second one is good by Jared, so he goes 1 of 2. It's 18-12. They have 5.5 seconds left, though, to Spring Grove, and Central will press to make him take time. Brooks has it now, pushes it up against O'Neal, splits the defense, runner at the free throw line. That will not go, and that's the end of the first half. It's been a low-scoring affair. Central 18 and Spring Grove 12. Our Flying Feet halftime show comes your way next on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Your downtown York Service Center is Guerreri Motors. They specialize in state safety and emissions inspections. They feature ASE certified technicians, and they have technicians for all your diagnostic work. Guerreri Motors, your downtown York Service Center. Call to make your appointment at 843-9760. Your downtown York Service Center, Guerreri Motors, 100 East Princess Street, York.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
These are assists, steals are in here, and then blocks are kind of up top. They're, it's best I can do on the fly.
You line your feet up at the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body, cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time in a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Finis, Dolphin, Nike, Adidas, Speedo, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet Sports Shoes. Flying Feet. 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
It's a family tradition. Their family name, Romberger's Appliance in South York, is York's hometown appliance store for more than 50 years. You get it all with top brand names like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, plus huge selections, great values, and unmatchable service after the sale. That's why Romberger's was voted the #1 family-owned appliance store by the people of York County. Associated with the largest buying group nationwide, gives them the purchasing power to pass the savings on to you. Their professional sales staff will only sell you what you need and at the best prices too. With the best service and delivery, low prices, and a huge selection, it's a family tradition. Remember, if Romberger sells it, Romberger services it. Always above the rest in customer service. 190 Reynolds Mill Road, Leader Heights area of York. So before you buy anywhere else, shop Romberger's Appliances first. Your one-stop, low-overhead store where big savings are to be had every time. Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for the way it's made.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And back at the Grumbacher Center at York College is the Flying Feet halftime show here on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com. A low-scoring affair, tough shooting for both sides. Central leading Spring Grove 18-12. This is the boys' 2016 league championship game. It was 13-5 Central after one. Spring Grove actually won the second period 7-5, but both teams struggling offensively. Good defense being played, but also some open shots just not falling for either side. Take a break and back with our halftime stats. You're listening to Championship Basketball on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Penn State York. Great faculty. Small classes, personal attention. Even if you're not sure what you want to do, Penn State York can help you choose the class, the course, the program, the certificate, seminar, or degree you want. Penn State York offers 9 four-year bachelor degrees you can complete without leaving the area. There are also 7 associate degrees. You can also begin the first 2 years of more than 160 Penn State majors right here in York. No matter what class you take, the national reputation of Penn State will follow you throughout your career. Call Penn State York for a brochure. 771-4040. That's 771-4040.
Hello, this is Kevin Bankos, president of Ballyhoo Sports Academy at Heritage Hills Athletic Club. Ballyhoo is unlike any other program in the York area. We provide a total program to improve young athletes mentally as well as physically. At Ballyhoo, you'll train with the top coaches in the region and grow in your love for the sport. Our athletes compete at the highest levels in a variety of sports, from volleyball and basketball to lacrosse and softball. We are located in the 60,000 square foot Heritage Hills Athletic Club. This past year, 30 Ballyhoo athletes went on to play at the college level. You'll not only receive great coaching, but personal training and sports performance training as well. And as a Ballyhoo athlete, you are immediately enrolled in the Heritage Hills Passport to Perks program, offering discounts throughout the Heritage Hills Resort. Call 757-4833 or visit us online at ballyhoosportsacademy.com or everyonecanplayhh.com.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
And welcome back to the Grumbacher Center. Ron Ruman here. Troy Sowers, York High Boys basketball coach, will be back in a minute with his first half analysis. Right now, our halftime stats, and there are not a lot of them. For Spring Grove, Eli Brooks has 3 buckets, but he's missed probably about 10 shots. He has 6 points. Darren Gordon just 1 point, 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Grant Wireman has a 3 for 3 points, and Drew Gordon has a layup. That's it for scoring for Spring Grove. Brooks leads him in rebounding with 5. For Central, not a whole lot better. Jared Wagner has 8 points, including a 3-pointer. Nate Markey has 7. And the only other guy to score is Ontario Edmonds. He has 3 points, 1 bucket, 1 of 2 at the line. Wagner leads him in rebounding with 4. He also has 2 steals and 2 assists, so his typical all-around game. But our halftime score, Central 18 and Spring Grove 12. Take a break, come back, get our first half analysis and the coach's pep talk from your neighborhood family markets. Troy will tell us what was going on in the locker rooms. That's next on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Excuse me, I've never shopped here before. Which way to the deli counter?
Never shopped at Jerry's Great Value? I love this place. I'm practically Jerry's best friend. Selfie smile. Perfect. Thank you.
Do I know you?
Maybe you know my wonderful World of Jerry's Facebook page?
No. I'll find the deli myself.
Here's a selfie of me and Jerry at the deli. That's me holding Jerry's out of this world chicken salad.
I don't see it, Jerry. You're alone.
Here's me trying to decide on one of Jerry's ready-to-go home-style prepared meals. See there? Lasagna, barbecue.
But no Jerry.
Well, Jerry's a busy guy. He smokes his own meats. In fact, here's one of me inside Jerry's smokehouse.
That's Jerry coming up behind you?
No, that's security. Turns out nobody's supposed to go inside Jerry's smokehouse.
He looks angry.
Those guys don't fool around.
Is that a selfie of you and Jerry at the checkout?
Yep, with my Jerry's Rewards card.
Oh, Jerry's Rewards. The points never expire, right? That's why I decided to shop Jerry's Great Value.
What are you, Jerry's best friend now?
Well, no.
Man, try to help a guy find the deli and bam, he won't.
I should have found the customer service desk first.
Customer service? I got a selfie of me and Jerry at customer service.
Oh, boy.
Everybody's happy at Jerry's. That's right.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit shipleyenergy.com. Call 855-4-SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
My name is Lou Laviton. I own a company called Sparkle Wash. We're a professional mobile pressure washing company, and I've been a customer of York Traditions for 5 years. We have fuel cards, we have a credit card, checking, we have small business loans, and the credit card deposit account, and it's real easy to keep everything together on the online system. Small business owners have to be realistic. There are bumps in the road, cash flow, purchasing of equipment, and what's been really interesting with York Traditions is you call them in good times, that's always great, you do your reviews, but what's best is when you call them when things are rough and you need help, because these guys also serve as good advisors for small business, and you're not judged, it's simply working together for a good solution, side by side. When things are tough is where a bank will shine. It really is about building the relationship, and this is what York Traditions does. Small business has to appreciate that.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
All right, we're back at the Grumbacher Center at York College. Ron Rubin, Troy Sowers here. Our Neighborhood Family Markets Coaches Pep Talk. Troy, let's get to Kevin Sheeler and Central. They're up 6. What were they talking about in the locker room tonight?
Well, I think they have to be talking about how impressive their defense was in the first half. You know, you're in a championship game and you give up 12 points in the first half. So I think they're reiterating the fact that they have to talk on defense. You know, that was one of the key points I said. Central had to communicate defensively, and they've really made Spring Grove shoot jump shots all half. So I think Coach is saying keep up that defense.
All right, how about James Brooks in the Spring Grove Rockets locker room?
Well, if I'm Coach Brooks, you know, I'm telling the kids, you know, I don't know if we could have played a worse first half from a shooting standpoint, but we're down 2 possessions. And in a championship game like this, the object is to win. I have Eli Brooks on my team, and in a 2-possession game with Eli, that might evaporate in 20 seconds.
All right, those are coaches' pep talk from our coach, Troy Sowers, brought to you by your Neighborhood Family Markets. Central starts the second half with the ball, attacking the basket to our left. And Jared Wagner drives. Oh, he got a step that time on Darren Gordon, who looked like he was expecting help, but there was none, and the layup is good, and it's 20-12.
If Central gets that off in this half, it's not going to be good for Spring Grove.
Wireman to the high post to Gordon. Darren Gordon has been quiet here, just a single point in the first half. He has it on the right side now on a baseline. Gordon on the baseline, head fake to Sobostanovich in the paint. Little left-handed hook. That rims out. Just will not fall, and Edmonds with the rebound. Nathan Markey pushes it ahead. Jared Wagner, head fake, drives in the corner to Wagner. Markey rather out front to Edmonds. He traveled as he started the drive. Well, another good shot that time, I thought, by Darren Gordon. Troy in the paint about 6 feet away and just rattled out.
Yeah, he has to be feeling a little frustrated right now because he's really pressing to get in the paint, which he should, but it just won't roll in.
Wireman has it out front. The 6'4 senior handling the ball. Sobostanovich on him. They go to Gordon, the right side. Edmonds almost slapped it away. Gordon pulls up from 12 and sticks between the rim and the backboard. It's been that kind of night for Darren. And that's a held ball, so we'll go to Spring Grove on the alternate possession.
They're lucky they had the possession there. That was a different-looking shot.
Yes, it was. All right, Wireman goes deep to Eli Brooks with Markey on him. Brooks on the dribble, crosses over between the legs and goes on the baseline to John Sager. His jumper, that won't fall either. 5th rebound for Jared Wagner, and the senior pushes it in the front court. The defense is back, though. Gives up to Sobostanovich, gets it back. There's Darren Gordon on him. They'll be teammates next year on his very floor. Edmonds on the low post now working on Sager. Spins to the baseline, blocked by Brooks, but they're going to call Sager with the body foul first, I think, what Lee Furman is going to have. And that is the call. So John Sager picks up his first, and Ontario Edmonds to the line. He was 1 of 2 in the first half. He has 3 points.
Yeah, he's doing what he does best. When he gets set up there in the low block, he had a really nice spin move, created contact, and
missed again.
There we go again.
Wow, 2 free throws tonight. He came in 49 of 55 on the year, and he's now just 1 of 3. So he will get the second, the 6'2 senior. And gets the roll on that one, so he's 2 of 4. Extends the Panther lead to 9, though, at 21-12. And Wireman will bring it up. Grant crosses the timeline, dribbling against Niko Sobostanovich. Still dribbling out front. Reverses, comes to the near side, now goes to Brooks. Brooks with Edmonds on him. Drives to the free throw line, right side Flaherty, baseline to John Sager. Back out to Brooks. And Brooks looking it over, nothing doing inside, so they'll swing in the far corner to Sager. He drives baseline, takes it to the hoop, and draws the foul. So Sager being aggressive. He's not a guy they count on for a lot of offense, but saw the path on the baseline there, draws the foul on Ontario Edmonds. It's his first, and Sager will shoot two. John is 7 of 14 at the line this season. A 6-foot junior, first one on the way. That's good. So again, Troy, sometimes you need a guy like that to be aggressive, take it to the hoop, and make something good happen.
Yeah, Central is really doing a nice job with their on-the-ball defense. They're really particularly focused on Eli and Darren Gordon. So somebody like John Sager can maybe pick up the slack and get something to the basket. You know, these guys are going to really wish they made some foul shots as the game moves forward here, because you think about those towards the end of the game.
Yeah, Sager missed a second, so 1 of 2, and we have a foul called on Central here. It's on Ontario Edmonds for a screen away from the ball, so that's his second in about 15 seconds. It's 21-13, Central by 8, 5:59 left in the third, and Drew Gordon replaces John Sager. And it is Spring Grove Rocket ball, and Grant Wireman crosses the timeline. In front court to Drew Gordon at the right free throw line extended, drives the baseline, cut off there by O'Neal. Again, as Troy said, good on-ball defense by Central. Brooks out front, thought about a three, high post they go to Flaherty, feeds it to Brooks down the left side, and they call a foul. Sobostanovic took the ball away, but they're going to call the block on O'Neal. And there'll be 2 shots coming for Eli Brooks, first on O'Neal.
Now we can say that Eli is a great foul shooter, and I think he will still make both of them.
And he made the first, so we'll see. He's 88%. That's pretty darn good. It's 21-14. Central by 7, 5:38 left in the third. Boys League Championship for 2016. Second one, and nope, missed a second.
Wow. Wow.
It's one of those nights. And good box out by Sobostanovic to let it go out of bounds. Yes, Spring Grove is 3 of 6 at the line tonight, as is Central. So Central on the year 71%, Spring Grove 75. Both pretty good free throw shooting teams.
Anytime you're a high school team shooting over 70%, that's impressive. And
here's a kick into the corner. Edmonds' three is good. Nice kick and dish by Jared Wagner.
This is a big possession for Spring Grove. They're down double figures now. They need something at this end.
Gordon drives hard to the hoop along the baseline, and they call Edmonds for the foul. He got the block, but he came through with the arm. And I'll tell you, Troy, 99% of the time, if you swing that arm down, they're going to call a foul, regardless whether you get ball or arm. I'm not saying he didn't, but that's going to get that call almost every time.
I agree. A lot of coaches will tell their guys, you don't have to block the shot, just make them miss. Mm-hmm. And if you have your hands straight up and you're 6'3" with long arms, it's going to be difficult to score. I agree with you. I think just him slapping down.
Mm-hmm. Darren Gordon makes the first of 2, and Ontario Edmonds now goes to the bench with 3 fouls. Courtney Batts replaces him. Gordon's second free throw, he can't make 2 either, and the rebound by Sobostanovic. So Gordon has points tonight. It's 24-15, and Sobostanovic pushes it coast to coast. Left it short, though, and Brooks rips the rebound out of there and pushes it into the front court behind the back against Wagner, but he lost it. Oh, they're going to call a foul, and Jared better be careful because he's doing the high step there after the call. So he reached in to try and get the steal. It's his first personal. Lee Furman on the call, and it's going to be Spring Grove ball.
Yeah, it sort of looked like he had a good poke there. I thought that might have been Central's ball going the other way, but ref blew the whistle.
Gordon out front, head fake, drives left. Gives it off to Drew Gordon to the free throw, and he traveled. So he was backing into O'Neal there and just took the extra step. Yep. Guys, they seem uncertain when they start to make the move, Troy. They're not sure what they're going to do when that defense comes.
Yeah, Central, Coach Sheeler has to be thrilled with what his guys are doing in the half-court set. Spring Grove now has advanced their pressure.
Batts drives on the right side. A lot of contact. No call in there, and Drew Gordon comes away with a rebound for Spring Grove. And near steal again by Wagner, but Brooks able to save it. Head fake by Brooks, has an open look from 15 and drains it. Nice head fake.
I think Spring Grove wants to speed the pace of the game up right now. They extended their defense out, and, it worked the last 2 possessions.
24-17 now, Panthers by 7. Nate Markey into the front court to the free throw line, back to Sobostanovic. Central going right to left in the third quarter. So Bostanovic drives all the way to the paint. He draws the foul on Grant Wireman inside. That's 2 on Grant. Good drive by Bostanovic, and he'll get 2 free throws. He's 71% on the year. Wireman has 2. Darren Gordon has 2 for Spring Grove. Edmonds 3, and Zulata 2 for Central. There's Nico's first, and that one's no good. Man, oh man, oh man.
I tell you that we played these teams 4 times this year. I haven't seen as many missed foul shots in those games combined as tonight.
I will bet. And Wireman to the bench right now, and Austin Panner checks in for Spring Grove. Second one no good, and the rebound is pulled in by Darren Gordon. Wow.
Yeah, I see Coach Sheeler rubbing his face in frustration.
They are 3 of 8 at the line tonight. And there's a steal by Wagner, but he dribbled it on the sideline, so almost got his third of the game, but not quite. Getting that anticipation. I don't know how he does it. He does that 3 or 4 times every game I've ever called of his.
Yeah, he plays a lot of basketball. His AAU coach told me he does the same thing in games and practice. He just has a really high basketball IQ.
Deep 3 by Brooks won't go, but he saves it. Good hustle. Yeah. And Spring Grove has another shot. Darren Gordon around a screen to the free throw line off to Brooks. Brooks around a screen. Head fake. Gives it to Drew Gordon. On the baseline to Austin Panter now. And he pulls it back out. Yeah. Flaherty was cutting right down the lane. Well, Darren Gordon pulls it back out. 3:34 left in the third. Central still by 7. Just 24-17. Flaherty at the right hash. And the baseline to Darren Gordon. He'll drive on O'Neal, pull up from about 10, and hit it. And that's the Darren Gordon we know.
Maybe that'll open it up for him. I saw one go through. Sometimes that's what you need.
24-19 now. Rockets still within 5. Timeout Central. They lead by 5. 3:10 left in the third on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
The Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. We at Fink's Garage are no longer Boy Scouts, but we feel that the values of the Scout Law apply throughout life, and we'll try to carry out those ideals as we serve you to repair your car. Fink's Garage, 854-5175. That's 854-5175. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
If you're looking for a feast, the Great American Saloon in Red Lion is a feast for both the palate and the eyes. You walk through the entrance into authentic Western decor, including a real late 1800s back bar and an ambiance that puts you smack dab in the Old West at the height of the frontiersman era. Their creative menu features fresh seafood, steaks, ribs, pasta dishes, and much more. Book your next reservation at the Great American Saloon for parties and those special celebrations. Open Monday through Friday, 4 to 11, and weekends for lunch starting at 11. The Great American Saloon on Dairyland Square in Red Lion, 246-9548.
And Central basketball out of the timeout now. Courtney Batts will inbound it. The Panthers lead it by 5. But Troy, you said, do you think Kevin Sheeler has some concerns right now?
Yeah, it seems like Central should be up by more than 5 points. But they've been missing foul shots and not converting some of their good half-court possessions on the foul line. And that comes back to get you. We'll see what the score is at the end of this fourth quarter. I'm at the end of the third quarter here.
Wagner drives, dishes to Batts. His baseline jumper won't go. Brooks with a rebound, tries to feed it to Darren Gordon. Running the break, and it went out of bounds right in front of the Spring Grove student section. It was hit by O'Neal. Central says they think it was hit by Gordon after that. Dave Consino said no, but he and Gordy Kaufman are talking it over, so see if Gordy saw something different.
I don't know. You're right in front of the Spring Grove student section. I don't know if you want to reverse this call
really.
If you are Gordy Kaufman.
No, they did. They do.
They did.
Yeah, they will hear it from the students. I have to say, my first impression watching it full speed was that Gordon did hit it.
I agree. I think it was the right call, and as a veteran official, making an unpopular call right in front of Spring Grove student section.
They get it in quickly. So Bostanovic ahead to Batts. Wagner, he lost it. That was a good attempt there, but he couldn't convert. And Brooks comes back, and Spring Grove says justice is served. Here's a 3 by Flaherty off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound by Austin Panter. No, but he will draw the foul. So Austin Panter, the 5'11 junior, with the offensive rebound. And he will get 2 free throws as the Central foul is whistled on Tommy O'Neal. It's his second.
The Central had a really good opportunity there to get a layup, and once again another missed opportunity. Foul shots and layups haunt you.
Yep. Free throw by Panter, that is good. Austin 9 of 12 coming in, hadn't shot a lot, but knocks that one down. Troy, it's a 4-point game.
Down to 1 possession if he makes this foul shot.
Second free throw by the 5'11 junior is good. Nothing but the net on either of those. And for Central, Landon Ray checking in for Tommy O'Neill. And Evan Zulata, the 6'4 junior, will replace Soba Stanovic. To give Central a little more of an inside presence.
Yeah, I think since Spring Grove extended their pressure, I think they've going on a 7-0 run.
Wagner gets it head against the pressure down to Zulata. He hits the deck. No call of any kind, and Brooks comes out of there with it in the front court. Flaherty has it, and Liam will set it up now. He's picked up by Wagner. Wagner trying to get the steal. Flaherty has it left side now to Gordon. Drives baseline on Bats. Feeds it over to Wireman. He takes it in hard on the right side. Blocked by Zulata, but it goes out of bounds. It will stay with Spring Grove.
Yeah, right now I think Spring Grove looks a little more aggressive in the half-court set. They look like their offense is in a little better rhythm than it has all game so far.
Get it in, going deep to Gordon. Gordon gets it to Brooks. Attempted steal by Wagner, doesn't go. Brooks tries to step around Markey. Good defense by Nate. And they go left side to Liam Flaherty now at the free throw line extended. He'll dribble it out front. There's a back cut by Brooks, but he led him a little bit too far and turns it over, and the Rockets will have it.
Yeah, right idea. Just didn't make the connection.
24-21 Central, $1:51 left in the third. Markey gets it in finally to Landon Ray, working on Panter now, and they'll bring it up. They fall out of the press, so it's a little one-on-one, and Ray gets it into the front court to the top of the key. Landon gives it over to Zulata. Zulata back to Ray. Central running some back cuts as well. In the corner is Zulata, and he gives it to Markey. Markey skips it over to Wagner. He'll put up a three, and that is well short, but they call a foul, and it's going to be 3 shots for Jared Wagner, who hit the deck.
Yeah, you never really want to try to block a three-point shot. You want to contest a three-point shot, and they're giving Jared Wagner 3 foul shots.
Austin Panter got the foul, so Wagner will go to the line and see if he can convert the hat trick. Sheeler checking to make sure is okay. Kevin apparently satisfied that he is. And Jared will go to the line. He's 1 of 2 tonight. 1:26 left in the third. Panthers by 3, now by 4. And looks like Drew Gordon will check in here in a moment for Spring Grove. Second free throw for Wagner. That one's good. Extending the lead now to 5 at 26-21. And Panter goes to the bench. Austin Panter to the bench for Spring Grove. Jared Wagner now for the third free throw. And that's good, so he can shoot them.
Yeah, those are 3 big ones there. They were on a 7-0 run, and that brought a stop to that. And see what Spring Grove does here.
Central up 6 now. 1:15 left in the third. Darren Gordon to the right. In the corner they go to Brooks. Back out to Gordon. Top of the key. Head fake. Drives on Markey, but gives it back to Flaherty. Flaherty to Brooks now. Working on Landon Ray. Pulls up from 17. And Landon Ray got a piece of that. Brooks wanted the foul, but Wagner comes down with it. Head fakes, takes it to the hoop. Blocked partially by Brooks. Guys hitting the deck. Zulata comes out of there with the offensive rebound by Central, and they will get another shot at it. Wow. Some boos from both ends of the court here.
If I'm Central, once again, I'm okay with getting the last shot of this quarter.
Yeah, they're up 6.
Up 6, a chance to go up 8 or 9.
And Spring Grove scored 21 points in 3 quarters. They're probably not going to go on an offensive tear in the 4th quarter. It could happen, but Markey dribbles it out front as the clock's down to 25.
See if Jared Wagner comes up and gets the ball here.
He's trying to, but Brooks is shadowing him everywhere he goes. And Markey drives the free throw line, gives it to Zulata. Clock is at 11. Now out to Wagner. Wagner to the left side, pulls up over Brooks from 16, airballed it. And it's grabbed by Flaherty. He gets it in quickly to Drew Gordon. We've got 2 seconds left. Here is Darren Gordon at the buzzer. That won't go. We have played 3. It is Central 27, Spring Grove 21. 8 minutes to the league championship. We'll have them for you after this on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Pain doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics. 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Golfers appreciate great conditions, and that's what they say about Briarwood in York.
The sand traps are nice. The tees are nice. Tee boxes are nice. It's nice to have a nice flat place to hit from.
The sand traps are great. The greens have always been good. It's just well-conditioned course.
Yeah, the greens are really nice there.
They have nice tee boxes, and they have separate tee boxes for the ladies.
Well, they made tee boxes wonderful.
At Briarwood, you have the choice of 2 outstanding 18-hole courses.
East course a little longer, a little harder, but still nice. The west course, a nice walk, a little shorter, and a little bit more target golf. It's very enjoyable.
At Briarwood, course maintenance is key.
I think they've been well maintained. I don't have any problems when I come here. They're really in great shape.
Reasonable rates, fantastic staff, and the love of the greatest game. That's Briarwood.
I like the pricing. That's why I keep coming back.
You can't beat the customer service here. Everybody's nice and friendly, and they'll go out of their way to help you.
It's relaxing, it's fun, and it's a day outside.
Briarwood East and West, great golf every day, just west of York on Route 30. Golf today.
All right, we're back here at the Grumbacher Center. It's 27-21 Central leading Spring Grove. Start of the fourth quarter. Troy, you saw something that you think changed things up for Spring Grove there.
Yeah, the last 4 minutes of the third quarter, Spring Grove went to a man press and tried to speed up the play of Central. It actually worked. Other than the fouled three-point attempt by Jared Wagner, they outscored him 7-0. And really they probably shouldn't have fouled Jared, but they did, and he made 3 foul shots and made him pay. So we'll see if Spring Grove goes that same route.
Bats gets it in the paint, but lost it, knocked away by Flaherty. And so here comes Spring Grove now down 6.
It's still a 2-possession game, and Coach Brooks has to be feeling okay.
Flaherty dribbles it out against Wagner. Gives it over to Drew Gordon. Checked by Courtney Batts. Gordon drives the free throw line. That's knocked away there by Landon Ray, and here comes Central. Batts down the right side, takes it to the hoop and hits it. Courtney Batts goes coast to coast.
Great move to avoid that possible charge. Great body control.
And it's 8-29-21 now. Here's Brooks at the other, and he takes it hard to the hoop. Doesn't get the roll, but does draw the foul on Tommy O'Neill. That'll be 3 on O'Neill, and Brooks will shoot 2. He is 1 of 2 tonight.
A lot of times when you have games like this, when the defense takes over in the first 3 quarters, you see a really strong offensive output in the fourth quarter. And it looked like both teams are on a frantic pace right now. We'll see if they score some points in this fourth quarter.
All right, Brooks' first shot is good. That makes it 29-22. Eli has 10 of Spring Grove's 22 points. Landon Ray sits down. Nathan Markey checks in. Ray got the steal that sparked that coast-to-coast run by Batts a moment ago.
He's only a sophomore. He's made some big plays this year. He lit us up the first time we played.
Second free throw good by Brooks, so he goes 2 of 2 that trip, and it's 29-23, and again, a 2-possession game. And Spring Grove does not press, so Markey brings it into the front court. Is met by Austin Panther, who's in there now for the Rockets. O'Neill with it, and Edmonds center court. Right side Markey, and Central pulling them out here a little bit.
Yeah, I think they can be as patient as they want to be right now. I know Coach wants them to get a really good shot.
Edmonds at the high post, back to Markey now. Wagner now, Edmonds again drives, and that's going to be a charge. He absolutely ran over Liam Flaherty, and Edmonds gets the fourth foul on him. That could be a big one.
Yeah, he's going to have to come out of the game.
And credit to Liam Flaherty for standing in there, because Ontario Edmonds was driving to the hoop, and he's a big guy. So in the front court we come. Darren Gordon now to Austin Panther on the right side. Dribbles it out to the top of the key, looking for Brooks. Not there. Good defense by Central. And they get it to Darren Gordon in the near corner. He works against Wagner and gives it up to Eli Brooks with Edmonds on him. Edmonds with 4 now. Brooks pushed off a little bit, and there's Flaherty down the lane. His bank shot won't go. Again, a good-looking shot just would not fall.
Yeah, that was a good offensive set there for Spring Grove. They got what they wanted, just couldn't get the layup to fall.
Markey to the top of the key, back to Edmonds. 6:08 left in the game. Central by 6. O'Neill top of the key now, and there's a steal by Brooks. He had great anticipation. They get Wagner for reaching in. That's 2 on Jared.
That might not have been a bad foul, actually, because Eli was turning and going the other way really quick. Jared only had 1 foul. He may have saved something in transition there.
Yeah, and that could have been a dunk, and that would have gotten the Spring Grove students flying down there. So Stanovich in now for Edmonds for Central, and Brooks to shoot 2. Or shoot 1-on-1, I'm sorry. That's 19 fouls on Central, only 3 on Spring Grove. And Brooks hits it, so Spring Grove can hit their free throws. They could do something here with the clock not running. It's 29-24 now. Rockets have climbed to within 5. and he hits the second. So Eli Brooks with 13 points in this game, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, and a blocked shot. And Bats will bring it up. 5:55 left. It's a 4-point Central lead. Bats working out front. Crossover against Wireman down the right side. Blocked by Darren Gordon. And here come the Rockets. Poked away from behind by Wagner, out of bounds, but it will stay with Spring Grove.
There, once again, you got those long Spring Grove defenders getting hands on the ball. That was a great play by Darren. He saved enough space in between bodies and just reached up and poked it.
And Wireman inbounds it now to Darren Gordon. They'll bring it up. Spring Grove looking to cut this 4-point lead. Gordon dribbling out front against Nathan Markey. Right side now to Wireman. And Brooks on the baseline. He turns and faces, pops a 3. Nope, no good. Rebound by Wagner. Jared's 6th. And in the front court to Bats in the far corner. Here's 3 by Markey. That doesn't go. Rebound fought for, and Brooks comes away with it. His 10th. Eli pushes it. Wagner's back. He stops and pops from about 17. That won't go. Rebound. Flaherty pokes it out to Brooks. Good hustle by Liam Flaherty that time. Panter in the paint, and Bats knocked it away and saved it.
Good hustle play by Bats.
Yes, it was. Markey in the front court, and there's a reach-around foul going to be called on Darren Gordon, and that is 3 on Darren. So with 5 minutes left, he needs to be careful because they need him on the floor. Landon Ray in for Courtney Bats for Central. 4th team foul on Spring Grove, so no shots for Central. 29-25 Panthers, 5:03 left. They go in the backcourt to Wagner, and he gives it back to Nathan Markey. Markey against Flaherty. Left side now O'Neal. Back cut for Ray, but it's not there. Close to a 5-second call. Markey gets it, and he is guarded by Grant Wireman. Ray on the left side. And pull it back towards center court. Crossover dribble. He drives in the paint, puts it up as he drew contact. Does not get the roll, but does draw the foul, and I believe on Austin Panter. And that'll be 2 on Austin. So 2 free throws coming for the sophomore, Landon Ray. He is 7 of 16 on the season, has not been to the line tonight. 4:39 left, the Panthers by 4. Left-handed shot is no good. Hit the back of the rim, bounced straight up, hit the back again, the left side, the right side, and fell off.
Yeah, these rims for foul shots look like the rims at Hershey Park when you pay $3 to shoot your baskets, and they're crooked and backwards and everything else. Yes. The ball's bouncing all over the place tonight.
Second one by Ray, and that's good for Landon. 1-2. It's a 5-point lead. Timeout taken by Central, I believe. 30-25, Central leading, 4:39 left in the game. You're listening to Championship Basketball on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and Loganville knows the value of setting the mood. Of course, we're talking about paint color. Feeling distinguished? Tans, blush, and earth tones make the mood. Plums and indigos are your colors to look for. Hey, energetic? Try some oranges, yellows, and reds. No matter what mood you're trying to create, our paint professionals can help you find just the right combinations and types of paint to use. Behind every project is a True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and Loganville.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
We're at the Grumbacher Center at York College. 4:39 left in the boys' 2016 league championship game. Central 30 and Spring Grove 25. And in the break, Troy, you said Spring Grove not playing well, but they're just down by 5.
And Coach has to keep reiterating that. It's a 2-possession game, and now we're at crunch time, 4 minutes. One team pure joy, one team pure agony. 4 minutes.
Wireman in the front court against Jared Wagner. They go in the corner now to Jake Messersmith, who's checked in for the first time tonight for Spring Grove. And Brooks will pull it back. O'Neal on him. Screen there by Darren Gordon. They go to Wireman. He drives into the paint, takes it all the way to the hoop. Double clutch. Good defense by Markey, who comes down with it as the shot was short. Markey into the front court. The 6'2 senior got just his second rebound of the game, but Crosses over now against Wyerman to the free throw line out to Sobostanovic at the left free throw line extended, and he'll pull it back to center court. Nico still on the dribble. Now needs some help. He gets to Markey. Markey in the paint. Markey scoops it. Oh. No, and rebound by Brooks. He has 11. Eli will push it now into traffic. Still weaving to the bucket, and his arm was grabbed, and it goes. Count the basket and a foul. And they're calling the foul on Landon Ray. That's his second. Well, that was a heck of a shot by Brooks.
Yeah, they're shooting 2 from here on out, so I think it's smart for Eli just to try to get to the bucket and draw some contact. He's making his foul shots.
And he makes that one. It's a 30-28 ball game now. 2-point contest, 3:43 left. And Jared Wagner will bring it up. Been quiet offensively in the second half other than the free throws. Now he takes it to the hoop and he draws the foul. Blocking foul is called, and that's on Gordon. That's 4.
Luckily for Spring Grove, they called it on the floor and not yet a 1-and-1.
But that is the 4th foul on Darren Gordon.
I think you got to roll with him now, but coach is going to get him out maybe for a minute. I don't think you can leave him off the court for that long. It's crunch time now. Grant Wyerman checks in, so Gordon with the 4 personal sits down 30-28. Central up by 2. Wagner goes deep to Sobostanovic. Right side to O'Neal at the free throw line. Now here's Wagner on the left side. He drives around Flaherty, and they're going to call Flaherty with a bump. And that will be a 1-on-1 now. So Wagner will shoot. Liam Flaherty is whistled for his first personal. So Wagner to the line where he is 4 of 5 tonight. 3:29 remaining, and the Panthers by a deuce. Hits it. Well, the big guys are hitting the free throws at crunch time here, Troy. Yeah, Jared's been in some big games in his career, and if I'm Coach Sheeler, this is who I want on the foul line right now.
Second one for the 6-foot senior, nothing but net, and he extends the lead back to 4 at 32-28. And here comes Darren Gordon back in, so they may go offense-defense for him if they can. Replaces Messersmith.
Yeah, they're going to have him down on the offensive end here.
Here comes Spring Grove. Brooks pushes it up. Now they're down 4. Goes to Drew Gordon. Drew Gordon dribbles between the circles here. Picks it up. Now needs some help. Goes to Darren Gordon on the left side. Goes to Brooks. Turns around. Feeds it inside to Wyerman. Back to Liam Flaherty, who hit a nice interior passing that time by Wyerman across the paint to Flaherty, who hit the layup. It's 32-30. 3 minutes left in the game. Wagner crosses over against Brooks, takes him to the bucket, high off glass and good. Jared Wagner, what a drive.
Big time play by a big time player.
Here comes Darren Gordon back. He drives baseline against Markey, feeds it over to Brooks. His 15-footer is good. Now they're heating it up. And Central pushes it. They throw it 3/4 court to Wagner in the front court, but Spring Grove hustles back. It's 34-32 Central, 2:35 left. Sobostanovic on the right side. Nico dribbles, gives it up to Jared Wagner, now to Courtney Batts. Batts back to Sobostanovic and to Markey. Markey to Sobostanovic on the right side. Now Wagner cuts through. Sobostanovic to the free throw line. Oh, that's 5 fouls on Darren Gordon. They call him for the bump at the free throw line, and he has fouled out.
Yeah, he really needed to be a little more disciplined on the defensive end with 4 fouls. Nico's not a guy that's going to beat you off the dribble too often. You could probably give him a little bit of space.
Yeah, that was a huge foul there, and there certainly was contact, and no question about that. And so Darren Gordon sits down with just 4 points tonight. Struggled offensively, but he's a guy that they would have loved to have out there. And Sobostanovic on the line to shoot the 1-on-1 here. So 2 tonight. Hasn't scored yet. And that one got the roll, hit the front of the rim and climbed over and fell, and it's 35-32 Central. Second one coming for the 6'2 junior. Picks it up, hits it, so he goes 2-2. Timeout taken by Spring Grove. We'll take it as well. It's Central 36, Spring Grove 32. 2:17 left. You're listening to Championship Basketball on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Kochman & Kunkel Insurance Group, part of the Keystone Insurance Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies. Plus health, life, and all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at KIGYork.com. Kochman & Kunkel Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Your downtown York service center is Guerrero Motors. They specialize in state safety and emissions inspections. They feature ASE certified technicians, and they have technicians for all your diagnostic work. Guerrero Motors, your downtown York service center. Call to make your appointment at 843-9760. Your downtown York service center, Guerrero Motors, 100 East Princess Street, York.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And Spring Grove with the basketball, down 4 now, 2:10 left. Austin Panter is checked in for Darren Gordon, who fouled out near. Steal by Wagner to get it to Brooks right side for 3, and it's good! And it's a 1-point game, 2 minutes left.
At the beginning of the game, we said it was going to come down to Wagner or Eli making a big shot at the end, and maybe we could have just wound 31 minutes off the clock, and here we are, 1-point game, and who's going to step up and get it done?
Bat spins into the line, into the lane. It was hit by Flaherty, and Panter comes away with it for Spring Grove. He'll give it to Eli Brooks now, and they want to keep the ball in his hands as much as they can. It's checked by Nathan Markey, and now they got left side of Grant Wireman. Timeout taken by Spring Grove. 1:29 left. A 1-point Panther lead. We're back right after this.
Need an assist? Get great savings and great weekly specials at your favorite neighborhood stores. Use your gold card and stop in now. Nell's Fresh Food Markets in Spry, East Berlin, and Carlisle. Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, and Whiteford. And Wetzel's Market in Glen Rock. Your full court headquarters and always the freshest meats and produce.
Honey, did you call Window World yet?
Nope.
Well, it's starting to snow.
It's not too late. Don't wait another day. Call Window World and have your windows installed before winter. Plus, for a limited time, when you buy 2 6000 series windows, you get 1 free. Window World, simply the best for less. Call today, 866-779-0041.
Or online at windowworldpa.com. PA contracting number 2350.
All right, Spring Grove basketball trailing by 1:29 left. Grant Wireman to inbound it in the front court. Oh, he threw it away. Wow. He tried to hit Brooks on a back cut, and he threw it over everybody, and Wagner was there. So a big turnover. And Ontario Edmonds checks in with 4 fouls for Niko Sobostanovich for Central.
Yeah, I don't think that was the play Coach drew up in that timeout.
No.
That one didn't work out right.
Markey gets it into Bats in the backcourt now, and Markey will bring it up against Wireman. Darren Gordon is fouled out for Spring Grove. Oh, and that's double. They've called against Wagner as Wireman got the hand in, hit the ball, and then Markey got it back, and Dave Cancino right there made the call. So consecutive turnovers, and Spring Grove has it. All that happened is 8 seconds ran off the clock. John Sager sits down. Austin Panter in for Spring Grove. Get it to Brooks. Eli crosses the timeline, met by Jared Wagner, so the big guys are going one-on-one, head-to-head. And it over to Wireman, checked by O'Neal. In the corner to Panter. Austin looking it over, dribbles out, gives it to Brooks. Brooks with Wagner right on him, clock at 1:05. Panthers by a single point. Right side of Wireman. Grant dribbles out, goes to Austin Panter. He dribbles to the top of the key, trying to get it to Brooks. Good defense by Wagner. Now they get to Brooks. Deep 3 by Brooks. It is good!
Oh, my gosh. First lead of the game, I think.
I think you are right, and it's 38-36. Wagner back. Takes it to the hoop. Crashes into a player, and they're going to call the blocking foul on Austin Panter. And Jared Wagner will get 2 free throws. That is 3 on Panner, and Wagner, if he can hit them both, will tie this with 39 seconds left.
And this is what the fans came to see. I'm excited up here.
Yep.
It's a 2-point game with 40 seconds. We got the heavy hitters going at it, Jared and Eli, and who's going to make the big play at the end?
Oh, Wagner missed the first.
A little off balance with that one. He fell over the line with that one for some reason. That's not normally what Jared does.
And Kevin Sheeler takes a timeout. The Spring Grove Partisans go wild here. They're looking for their first tournament championship in 45 years, Troy. We were even young guys then, and that would be something for that program, I'll tell you. So we're gonna keep it here. So all right, let's say he makes it. It's 38-37. What's the key down there? Does Spring Grove come down? They just hold for one, make them foul them? Do they even try to shoot?
No, they don't have to shoot. Up one, they want to hold the ball. They're getting 2 foul shots here. They just have to be really strong with the ball. We know Jared Wagner has an uncanny ability to make steals, so they can't be too cute. Sometimes when you play backwards, you don't play that smart. So when I'm in this situation, I tell my guys, play downhill. We'll get a layup if we have it, but if not, bring it out. Because we've been in situations where when you play backwards, that's when the trap comes and Central's off to the races the other way. And I'd like to keep it in Eli's hands as much as I can in this half-court set once they bring it down.
All right, so that is the situation. It's 38-36, Spring Grove leading with 39.6 seconds left, and Jared Wagner of Central is on the line. He missed the first of 2. He has 1 free throw coming.
Yeah, Coach Sheeler probably set up a full-court press during that timeout as well, because they are going to be down 1. We'll see if they jump into something on a made foul shot here.
Wagner on the line. Here's it from the Rocket Partisans. Missed them both, and the ball is loose. Wagner got it, but he saved it into Brooks. And Eli has it now, pushes it into the front court, and he will pull it back out. And he is double teamed, and he hits the deck and goes to the floor, and that's the 5th foul on Ontario Edmonds as he was going for the steal. So he will have to sit down, and Eli Brooks will shoot 2. If he makes them both, Troy, it's a 2-possession game.
Yeah, you say you want to foul anybody but Eli, but that's hard to do because he's such a good ball handler, and he's going to have the ball.
And Landon Ray will check in for Ontario Edmonds for the Central York Panthers. And Brooks to the line. He is 6 of 7 tonight at the stripe. Makes the first. You probably didn't need me to tell you that. It's a 3-point game, so this makes it a 2-possession contest if he drops it. And he does.
Spring Grove should stay up here. Force Central to waste some time bringing the ball down the floor. I'm sure Coach Brooks is going to set up just some total full-court pressure to make sure they don't have a clear path up the floor, because we're winding down here now. 29 seconds, down 4. All the seconds are valuable for Central, and Coach Brooks wants to just see those seconds wind down. Sometimes it's excruciating in a game like this. You want those seconds to go by so fast.
Timeout taken by Spring Grove, so Coach is talking to him. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. I know Spring Grove only has 1 timeout left, according to the board. I had them for 2, but so yeah, the more they can burn on the time, because Central has to score twice. 29.4 seconds left. The game's Central led practically throughout.
Yep.
And Spring Grove taking the lead in the final minute, and they lead by 4 now. Markey will inbound it. They will not get in front of him. They get it into Courtney Batts, and so
they got to move. They got to get a move on here.
Batts into the front court. Checked by Drew Gordon. Batts down the lane, takes it to the hoop, missed it. Ball batted around Batts. He was the last guy to come in. It was batted back, and Courtney Batts touched it. He came out of bounds, and he was the first guy to touch it back inbounds, and that gives it to Spring Grove with 17.4 seconds left.
They got a foul right away, but not Eli Brooks. But I'm telling you, Eli can do something to get the ball here. Eli will get the ball. Look.
It was kicked by Markey. They were trying to get it to Eli. Wireman is inbounding it. O'Neal is guarding Brooks.
He might get it again.
And Wireman with the ball now gets it into Liam Flaherty. Gets it back to Wireman. He's fouled by O'Neal, and that is 4 on O'Neal. 14.9 seconds left. Grant Wireman has not shot a free throw tonight. He's 59% on the year. Only been there 27 times for a guy 6'4". And he will shoot 2 here, double bonus.
Yeah, these are big. These can ice it, I think. You know, you go up 6 points with 14 seconds.
He makes it. And the Rockets on the verge of their first league championship in 45 years.
Just hung around, and Eli comes through and hits some big shots at the end.
May have played their worst game of the year, but
for 3 quarters, yeah.
Second foul shot coming for Wireman. The Rocket lead is 5. It is now 6. And they get it in quickly to Wagner. Wagner in the front court, back to Markey. Deep 3 off the back of the rim. No. Rebound. Wagner fought for it. It was fouled by, we have a held ball. And on the alternate possession, it goes to Spring Grove with 5 seconds left, and the Rocket fans start to celebrate as they know they are going to take home the trophy for the first time in almost half a century. Central timeout. I think Kevin just wants to make sure his guys are calm because it's been emotional tonight.
Yeah, we talked about maybe a fourth quarter explosion. Spring Grove had 21 points in the first 3 quarters and 21 this quarter.
Wow. Amazing.
It works out that way sometimes.
Yep. "26 points for Eli Brooks. 26 of 42 points for Eli Brooks tonight.
Yeah, as a coach, you come in with a game plan to try to take him out of the game, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It's, I think he averaged 30 a game against us, both our games, and we threw a lot of stuff at him, and Central did as well, but, he's the best player on the floor, and he came through in crunch time.
Yep. Wagner with 17 of Central's 36, so the star players came up big tonight, but it was a struggle for everybody offensively, and the Spring Grove Rockets are going to take home the trophy for the first time since 1971.
Yeah, we're gonna see an eruption of fans in about 5 seconds here because they're all amped up, ready to go, and they earned it.
And they get it into Brooks, and he will dribble out those final 5 seconds. Doesn't even need to cross the timeline.
Here they come.
There it is. 42-36. Spring Grove, the 2016 York Adams League Boys Basketball Champions. Well, it was a hard-fought game, not the prettiest, but well-earned. And Central, nothing to hang their heads about. They need to regroup. As you said, it's going to be a tough weekend, but they got to go in a district play on a Wednesday. And I think Kevin will have them ready.
Yeah, he will. It's, I have some, I feel pain for my good friend Kevin now. This is 2 years to come in here and you work so hard and, to put a silver medal around their neck, it just doesn't feel good. As years go by, you appreciate that you got a chance to do it, but right here, right now, it's painful. And at the other end, you got a Spring Grove team that just found a way to hang in there, and their big gun came through in the end and got it done.
All right, we're going to take a break on the GSLSC postgame show. We're back right after this.
Efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
With 2016 now here, York Mitsubishi has a question for you. What comes standard with 7-passenger seating, 4-wheel drive, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty? The answer is the 2016 Outlander for just $22,995. We also have over 35 Outlander Sports available, starting at just $16,495. Or get 0% financing for 72 months. So stop by York Mitsubishi and see what we can do for you. York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue in York.
to mind. Weaver Eye Associates.
Here's what patients are saying about Weaver Eye Associates.
They're modern, updated. They have something for everybody. Very impressive. Very impressive. The technology is amazing.
I have the vision I have today, thanks to Dr. Weaver. They made my first time wearing glasses a very comfortable experience.
Great selection. They treat you really well.
I like that they're very nice.
My family doctor retired, and I was looking for a family atmosphere. And when I came to Weaver, that's what I found. Weaver Eye Associates. Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates in East York, West York, and Dallastown.
Our focus is on you. Weaver Eye Associates.
Visit us on the web at weavereye.com.
Excuse me, I've never shopped here before. Which way to the deli come?
Never shopped at Jerry's Great Value? I love this place. I'm practically Jerry's best friend. Selfie smile. Perfect. Thank you.
Do I know you?
Maybe you know my wonderful World of Jerry's Facebook page?
No, I'll find the deli myself.
Here's a selfie of me and Jerry at the deli. That's me holding Jerry's out of this world chicken salad.
I don't see it, Jerry. You're alone.
Here's me trying to decide on one of Jerry's ready-to-go-home style prepared meals. There, lasagna, barbecue.
But no Jerry.
Jerry's a busy guy. He smokes his own meat. In fact, here's one of me inside Jerry's smokehouse.
That's Jerry coming up behind you?
No, that's security. Turns out nobody's supposed to go inside Jerry's smokehouse.
He looks angry.
Those guys don't fool around.
Is that a selfie of you and Jerry at the checkout?
Yep, with my Jerry's Rewards card.
Oh, Jerry's Rewards. The points never expire, right? That's why I decided to shop Jerry's Great Value.
What are you, Jerry's best friend now?
Well, no.
Man, try to help a guy find the deli and bam!
I should have found the customer service desk first.
Customer service? I got a selfie of me and Jerry at customer service.
Oh, boy.
Everybody's happy at Jerry's. That's right.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOY.
Back to the Grumbacher Center at York College as the Central York Panthers have received their silver medals. And now the Spring Grove Rockets, for the first time in 45 years, will get the gold medal. And Troy, just briefly, we were talking when there was about 2 minutes left. You turned to me, went to a break, and you said, I think Spring Grove's going to win this game.
Yeah, it's something to be said when you have the best player on the floor in crunch time. You know, I think back of my 7 years here, and when I had Kelvin Parker and Jair Wilson, and all of the games are close in championship games. And when you have that one guy that makes it happen, you know, as a coach, it makes it a little easier for you. And that's what Eli Brooks did for Spring Grove tonight.
He did. He came up huge in the fourth quarter to power them to this 42-36 win over Central. The Rockets are getting their gold medals right now, and Coach James Brooks is hanging them around the necks of his kids. Last night, Don Dimoff got to celebrate with his daughter Courtney, and James is about to do the same with his son Eli. We'll listen.
Special moment there.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our final stats and join in the celebration as Spring Grove cuts down the Nets, the Rockets of the 2016 Boys League champions, on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Here's something everyone needs to think about. Who helps prepare your taxes? Is it the same person who gives you investment advice? It probably should be. It should be someone who knows how to get the best return on both. Someone like Jeff Zunick with Zunick Advisory Services.
Hi, I'm Jeff Zunick, a longtime York County resident with over 25 years in the financial services field. A lot of folks come to me for the first time simply because their taxes get a little too complicated. They've often been doing it themselves or turning to one of those brand name services. I start by helping with their taxes, of course, but then as we look at their savings, I'm able to help even more. After all, how you invest your savings directly impacts the amount of taxes you pay. And who doesn't want to save more while paying less? Maybe I can help you. Call me, Jeff Zunick, right here in York at 764-8992.
Zunick Advisory Services, because your tax advisor should also be your investment advisor. Call Jeff at 764-8992.
Be sure to eat your vegetables.
Grandmothers are always full of advice, aren't they? Some of it you expect.
Be sure to eat a good breakfast.
Some of it you don't.
Be sure to call a cab if you've had too much of Grandpa's Happy Juice.
Mostly Grandma offers wisdom you can count on.
Be sure at Bayshore and Kohler Ford.
Bayshore and Kohler Ford in Manchester, where you can
be sure you're getting one heck of a good deal, like the one the fellas gave me on my new Ford F-150 pickup.
Want to be sure you're getting a great deal on a new Ford? Be sure at Bayshore and Kohler Ford. Stop by right now and check them out. Ford Fusion, Escape, Taurus, Flex, and more, including America's #1 selling truck, the Ford F-150. More savings, more selection, and more generous trade-in values, all topped off with award-winning service.
Be sure at Bayshore and Kohler Ford.
Just about 3.5 miles from those other guys and 15 minutes from Edders, but a long way from all that hassle.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's a long-term nationwide warranty.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they helped me with finance. Still with my bad credit, I don't know how to do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
Back at the Grumbacher Center as the strains of We Are the Champions play in the background. The Spring Grove Rockets, one by one, cutting down their sections of the net. Grant Wireman did his. Now Liam Flaherty to do his. We'll check out our final stats, courtesy of Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent for Central. Jared Wagner, their man all year, had 17 points tonight for them. 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Wasn't quite enough, though. Nate Markey had 7 points, 2 rebounds. Ontario Edmonds had 7 points and 3 rebounds. Nico Sobastanovic had 2 points. And here's Eli Brooks to cut down his section of the net, their star player. Courtney Batts had 2 points. Tommy O'Neill did not score, did have 3 rebounds. Evan Zulata did not score, had a blocked shot and a rebound. Landon Ray had 1 point for the Central York Panthers as Darren Gordon goes to cut down his section of the net. For Spring Grove, Eli Brooks, 26 points, a couple of threes, and he was 8 of 9 at the free throw line, many of those down the stretch in crunch time when big players make big plays. He had 11 rebounds, 2 steals, and a blocked shot. Darren Gordon averaged 15 a game, struggled tonight, just 4 points, 1 bucket, 2 of 4 at the line, 2 rebounds, a steal, an assist, 2 blocked shots. Grant Wireman had 5 points tonight, 3 rebounds. Liam Flaherty had a bucket for 2 and 3 rebounds and a steal. Wireman also with an assist. John Sager had 1 point, 1 of 2 at the line, 2 rebounds and a steal. Drew Gordon had 2 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. Austin Panner had 2 points, 2 of 2 at the line. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 blocked shot. Those are your final stats, courtesy of Trish Hauser. We'll take our final break, come back with our player of the game, and wrap it up for you. Central losing to Spring Grove tonight. The Spring Grove Rockets are your 2016 York Adams League Boys Champions, 42-36, here on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Golfers appreciate great conditions, and that's what they say about Briarwood in York.
The sand traps are nice, the tees are nice. Tee boxes are nice. It's nice to have a nice flat place to hit from.
The sand traps are great. The greens have always been good. It's just well-conditioned course.
Yeah, the greens are really nice there.
They have nice tee boxes, and they have separate tee boxes for the ladies.
Well, they made the tee boxes wonderful. At Briarwood, you have the choice of 2 outstanding 18-hole courses.
East course a little longer, a little harder, but still nice. The west course, a nice walk, a little shorter, and a little bit more target golf. It's very enjoyable.
At Briarwood, course maintenance is key.
I think they've been well maintained. I don't have any problems when I come here. They're really in great shape.
Reasonable rates, fantastic staff, and the love of the greatest game. That's Briarwood.
I like the pricing. That's why I keep coming back.
You can't beat the customer service here. Everybody's nice and friendly, and they'll go out of their way to help you.
It's relaxing, it's fun, and it's a day outside.
Briarwood East and West, great golf every day, just west of York on Route 30. Golf today.
Hello, this is Grant Becker, certified personal trainer and sports performance manager at Heritage Hills Athletic Club. Are you the best athlete you can be? Do you want to be at your physical peak? Heritage Hills Athletic Club can get you there. You will train with certified professionals that set up programs customized to help you meet your goals. From speed and agility to strength and conditioning, our goal is your success. You'll have the opportunity to train in our 60,000 square foot facility that features a large turf field, 2 full-size basketball courts, and the latest technology in strength and conditioning.
We could go to clubs closer to our home, but clubs closer to our home don't seem to offer the quality, the diversity that we get at Heritage Hills, and the attention.
Call today and ask about a 3-week free trial membership to the studio, our private personal training facility. Call 757-4833 or visit us online at heritagehillsathletic.club.com or everyonecanplayhh.com.
My name is Lou Laviton. I own a company called Sparkle Wash. We're a professional mobile pressure washing company, and I've been a customer of York Traditions for 5 years. Prior to that, I had other banking relationships, but they weren't local. And when you really read the statistics and you look at what's going on in the marketplace, you need to have somebody that's a local level, that you're not talking to a call center in a foreign country or someplace else that doesn't know who you are, and this is what York Traditions does. The online banking has just been a wonderful tool for us because the convenience is there, but I visit all the branches. It's like Cheers. They all know your name. I think it's fascinating. I come in and I like the yellow Tootsie Rolls, or I like the Sweethearts, and they know to staple my receipt to the lower left-hand corner. And I don't understand how they do that, but this is what York Traditions does. They do it very well. It's kind of a cool place to be.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Live local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Well, a big crowd down there with their cell phones out taking pictures of Spring Grove holding the American flag and the trophy, the first one for that school and the boys basketball tournament in 45 years as they defeat Central tonight 42-36 here at the Grumbacher Center. And Troy, with Troy Sowers with me, the head coach of the York High boys, has been to this game prior to this year 7 straight times, won it several times, lost a couple. And you talked about, how tough it is for Kevin Schiller and his guys to walk off. That's a tough feeling.
Yeah, I don't think there's a worse feeling. Unfortunately, you get here, you earn this, and then to put the silver medal on, although it should be, a happy feeling, oftentimes it's not. I know for us, it was probably the worst feeling. Most of my bad experiences in my 10 years, I would point at the silver medals, championship losses. There's utter elation for the winner, and I think it's just agony for the loser. I feel bad for the Central kids because they deserve to feel better than they're feeling right now. Yeah. But on the bright side, they're still an outstanding team, and districts is right around the corner. And from my standpoint, we won 2 district titles when we lost the York County Championship before, so that was always something I told my guys. Last year we somehow won the county and the district.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
well, on the other side though, Spring Grove, it's a chance for them to celebrate something again that program has not done for 45 years, and it's got to be a great feeling for those guys. They worked long and hard too. They earned it.
Yeah, and they really have a good opportunity moving forward in District 3. Their bracket, their side of the bracket, whenever you can avoid Reading until the championship game, you're on the right side of the bracket the way they're playing this year, District 3 Quad A. And I could see Spring Grove playing for another title in 2 more weeks.
Well, and you know what? Spring Grove and Central could meet in the semifinals there on that side of the bracket, 1 and 4. So we'll see.
Good chance to have a York County team in the district title game this year.
Maybe 2. Maybe that York High team come out of the other bracket.
We can hope.
Yep. All right, let's go. Let's get our player of the game. It's got to be Eli Brooks tonight. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, and a blocked shot. And I didn't realize it, but you said, and I forgot in the semifinal game, he had 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 steals. So almost a mirror game for him. That's amazing.
Yeah, those are gigantic numbers to put up when you consider that the opposing coach is trying to shut him down.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. Again, the Spring Grove winning it tonight, the 2016 Boys Championship, 42-36 over the Central York Panthers. We go to Hershey Bears hockey as soon as we sign off. Stick around for that. Tuesday night, we'll begin our playoff coverage in the districts. We'll be at West York as the Bulldogs host the Saints of Berks Catholic. Hope you can join us for that one as well. Now for Leif Johnson on the video for Game Time. For Jim Harden, as always, pushing all the right buttons back at the station. My partner tonight, Troy Sowers. I'm Ron Ruman. Thanks for listening, folks, and you have a good night.
Thank you for listening to WOYK's High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented